Welcome to Dialog Choices Podcast. We're doing that thing we do every year where everyone gets mad at us when we do it, but we're back.
Boom with the millennial pause and all. Let's go.
There are so many games that are being announced this week.
Trailer show. I think 2 years ago we did Sony, and I think last year we did Xbox, and this year we're doing Summer Game Fest, which I don't remember what that means, honestly. But
Summer Games Fest is the Game Awards' summer show that they do. It's their mid-year show.
Is there the Game Awards in it, or is it just the trailers this time?
There's no the Game Awards in it. It's just trailers.
It's just trailers.
All right, so welcome to our annual tradition where I skip all the Jeff Keighley bits to get to the part where a video game happens at us, and then
I can't believe you're skipping Muppets Haunted Mansion star Jeff Keighley.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
He was in Muppets Haunted Mansion. He plays like the uncle.
I'm terrified.
He does look like an uncle.
That's a fact. I wanted to note though, like, we're doing this Summer Games Fest, but right now people keep calling it the not E3 week because this is the week. It's the week that E3 probably would have been, and like every single developer has been doing studios. Summer Games Fest is one of like 12 of these that happened this week.
Oh geez.
Yeah. And
wait, I'm sorry. Did they pull a streaming service on their own fucking convention system? Did they like break up E3 just to make 100 E3s?
Well, E3, E3's been dying for years, but I mean, this is just what everyone does. Is now every developer does their own little Nintendo Direct or hosts their own little show. That's just been what we've been covering for a long time.
Yeah.
But
none of these streams have been E3.
There's an amazing list I saw, and it's literally like 20 shows. Like there's 20 of these things that have happened this week.
That's terrifying.
And
it's not a lot because he's the official video game person.
It's just the one I heard about.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that like we've been covering this, but it was small, right? You just had the three. You had the big three that would do their own conferences, and now like every publisher.
The internet's so fragmented that honestly, how do you ever know what's happening on the internet?
No, even from the start, Andrew, it's been more than the big three. It was never just Sony, Nintendo, Xbox. It was like Sony, Nintendo, Xbox, EA, Ubisoft, Devolver, like all of them have been doing this for forever. Yeah. It's been this way the whole time. This is just it. Activision Blizzard have their own. It's been a big thing, but
it was basically the same thing even when it was at E3 too. It was just these 2 hour shows that happened on a stage that happened.
You just watched a single feed, and all of them happened.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Anyway,
I want to go over this really quickly because it's interesting. So there was the OTK Games Expo, Nintendo Direct, Guerrilla Collective. IGN Live had their own show, the Summer Showcase, which was an accessibility show, the Summer Games Fest, Day of the Devs, Devolver Digital. There was the Future of Play Direct, the Wholesome Direct, the Latin America Games Showcase, the Women-Led Games Showcase,
that was the Day
Future
of the Devs.
Games Show. Yes, and then Xbox, Call of Duty, PC Gaming Show today, and then tomorrow is Ubisoft's show. So that's 14 games events happening this week.
Well, I can tell you which one we're specifically never covering. Can you guess?
The women's game?
Fucking Ubisoft?
It's Ubisoft, yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
We made another Assassin's Creed and Far Cry. You can craft a belt again.
This is where Keith masks off and decides he's really anti-Latin American games.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Holy crap.
All right, let's go. I'm done talking.
Let's go.
We go.
Gaming trailers.
Hey, look, this is
I wonder what game this is.
It's Hot Dog Lego.
Unannounced action game.
It's gonna be a challenging guess.
Oh sure, I get that a lot, but check out my range. Okay. Rage. Empathy.
It's Batman.
Polarity.
Yeah, it's the Batman joke.
Strength. What game is
Oh, this is the Horizon Zero Dawn Lego crossover. I heard about this.
Those
what?
Those cannot be as articulated as they. There's no way they made that as a real toy.
It would be really cool if it were.
That hot dog,
but I don't think it is.
Aloy, an amazing video game lead.
Thunderjaw went mad and is tearing through the valley.
What?
The shot reverse shot conversation looking thing.
I feel like they're trying really hard to make Horizon happen. You know what I mean?
Horizon's so fucking boring.
Yeah, who is this character?
This is Aloy from Horizon.
Like,
this is Lego Horizon Zero Dawn. That's what this is.
But like, what about this character? Like, I just don't.
But she
get
doesn't
it.
act.
What about
she
this
doesn't act like Aloy at all. It just
My favorite thing about Aloy is that she's she's Ashley Burch.
Yeah,
she is. Yeah, but Ashley Burch has the problem of, she's amazing, but if she acts slightly different, it sounds like a different character all of a sudden. It reminds me of what's her name from The Outer Worlds?
You just cracked what's kind of dumb about all of the Lego games.
Oh, is it really like this? Do they all go?
Yeah, they're all like this.
They're all Ready Player One stuff, where it's just like the whole gimmick is we got the rights to all these properties, so let's look at them not act or seem like what they are.
Oh, you are I suppose if it is how it is.
It's high effort sometimes. The Lego, there's a fucking like Lego toy set for Portal that lets you give it a Portal campaign, and it has a Jonathan Colton Portal song. Like, it's high effort, but I'm not playing Lego for it.
There's the hot dog.
The hot dog.
Well, she ate a hot dog. How did
do you remember
she do that?
Do you remember when the entire conceit of the Lego games was that they couldn't talk, so they had to pantomime the whole Star Wars legacy via physical comedy, and then they just dumped that entire premise?
I think that's what they did for the last Lego Star Wars game.
Yeah, now they have
which was after. Well, the last Lego Star Wars movie still did all the pantomime and stuff. I think this is just they're just doing a new thing here.
Well, it's just I think it's been Lego for like the last 10 years mostly has been dialogue now. Like they quip constantly and it makes it extra grating. I tried Lego for like an hour and I was like I can't.
Yeah. I played Lego Skywalker Saga.
It's for small.
I don't remember there being any dialogue.
Lego games are really important.
For continuity,
really
they probably stuck to it.
Because they exist in a space that needs to be existed, which is children's games. They are like the best children's games ever made. They're so fun to do. Like they just
better
take
than Roblox.
Forever.
You're saying?
Well, it's like they're
a tolerable
like
child
a huge...
to play with you. They're a tolerable game to play with your child on local multiplayer.
Yes, they are games that are
have.
not awful to play with a child, but it's a game that you can give a child and just not worry about. They're games that have like so much shit to do in them. Your kid will be distracted for hours. And you know what the content in that game is going to be. Like it's just a safe fucking game. It's awesome.
I think they hard stuck to having no dialogue until Lord of the Rings. I think the Lord of the Rings Lego added voices because they were reenacting the movies, and they were like, "Fuck it, we'll just say the things." And I think they were literally just playing voice lines from the movies. And then since then, all the new properties have all been voiced. So it's very stark to see the Horizon Zero Dawn one, because it's like they just have like a on screen like two Fire Emblem characters talking to each other's screen. You're like, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
But that was also pre the movies, because the movies are also wacky comedies full of quipping, so the brand shifted.
Maybe this is just a me bubble thing, but Horizon, I don't have anything against Horizon Zero Dawn really, or like this series as a whole, but like it just feels like a franchise that they're trying to really make happen, where it's like it's really important to Sony and Sony wants you to remember, and Guerrilla is putting it out there. But like I do not know a single person who's like really dying on the altar of Horizon. You know what I mean? Like it's just like
people immediately forgot the sequel happened.
I know.
You, have you not seen the Twitter bots that are for PlayStation Bros or whatever? Those things are really die hard.
They are
the best character.
And I know that people do like culture war stuff over Horizon, which is just transparently stupid, and they do with every game. But I think that this is one of those things that just like also makes it hit weird for me. Is just like Horizon is a game that people make a big deal out of, and then it disappears from the collective consciousness the second that it's out of sight. They
can't stop themselves from releasing on the same day as a Breath of the Wild game. The bizarre coincidence that happened both times is they keep releasing exactly counter a much more well-received franchise that specifically just sucks all the room out of the air.
It's a Japanese battle. You aren't a part of it. All right.
It's like how
Nintendo
the Riven,
and Sony.
Yeah, it's like how the Riven remake's about to share a release date with the Elden Ring DLC, and you're like,
oh no!
Sure
no video games are
guys?
sharing that day. Let's make that clear. Other video games are coming out, but they aren't being shared.
Exactly.
It's not going to happen.
You're like, what are you doing, man? Wait.
Yeah.
Hang on.
There is one game that exists that day. No other game exists on June 21st.
On the bright side, maybe some people can't play Elden Ring because the servers won't let them download it. So
I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's fine. I think those if that happens to those people, then they've been deemed unfit to live on that day. They're just vaporized. They're Thanos snapped out of existence. Let's watch the rest of the show before I get canceled for my Elden Ring opinions.
Canceled for liking Elden Ring, a controversial opinion. So if we let you talk for 5 more minutes, you'll start talking about how everyone else is enjoying Elden Ring wrong.
Everyone is.
See.
Is this the sequel to that Ghost game?
No.
What, Fear?
It has animations. Of course it's not Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia. That's Phasmophobia too. Yeah.
Phasmophobia can't even let you look up correctly. Oh, it's Zombie U too.
Wait, how did you miss that close? What is wrong with you?
I don't think he missed. I think it's just hard to kill the thing.
No, my ass. Don't give.
Oh, see, he got him. There's a big hole in his.
What? That is the shittiest aim.
Dying Light 3, let's go. No?
There's so many zombie games that it's impossible to identify.
I gotta play those games sometime.
The sequel doesn't have melee weapons.
Okay. They chose a very good idea about making every character model look the same. They are zombies.
Maybe it's multiplayer. If it looks the same,
yeah, it's probably like permadeath.
Dying Light's very forgettable, but it was more fun than Zombie Island or whatever the previous game was.
Is this gonna be our new Saturday game?
8 players?
Realistically, no, because it's so hard to get people to adopt a new game as a group.
Yeah.
I put Rotwood on the vote this week, and no one voted for it at all.
There's a 1?
It's like Helldivers. They just skipped the first one.
These Helldivers didn't skip the first one either.
I don't.
They skipped the first one.
That's the joke.
As young witches and wizards,
no.
dream of soaring through the
no.
Oh no.
Quidditch is such a stupid sport.
I've all wondered, do I have what it takes?
It's literally just written so that Harry can win narratively, so it has a main character mechanic. It's such a garbage sport. You just catch the snitch, it's worth like 250 points. Imagine watching fucking basketball and fucking like Bibby just fucking runs over to the corner of the map and picks up a snort, and then, well, I won the basketball game. Fuck you, Quidditch.
Snort?
To a brand new world.
Yeah, fair enough.
It hails from a single developer, Gavin Eisenbeis.
We don't need to watch a Quidditch trailer. It's Quidditch.
Do we need to watch a Jeff Keighley?
I missed.
That's fair. He missed, and he wants to play an 8-player co-op game.
Chapters don't work.
What am I watching?
It's Lethal Company, but you're escaping a prison. Yeah.
Why are they grabbing soap? What? Oh my god.
I don't.
This.
Why was he? I don't understand. Why did he react that way in the shower? He was in the shower.
Because they're filming.
Is he filming?
But the other person wasn't naked.
He has a little...
The other person...
Oh, he's got a webcam.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, why is he reacting? Did he just realize he's showering? In the middle of showering? Oh, it's so funny for kids.
This is just Lethal Company. It's just
but you get to kill cops. So
I don't know.
These are not cops. They're prison wardens. They're different.
It does look like it was made in the time since Lethal Company came out, like as fast as possible.
I am tired of this kind of video game. I would like us to move on culturally from this.
I like Lethal Company. What the?
This feels too varied to be similar to Lethal Company. Why are you guys saying it is like Lethal?
Because
I don't know
because even though the gameplay is like they're adding systems onto it, the entire onus behind the design of this game is Lethal Company. They literally took whole design aspects of Lethal Company and then just added a few more things on top of it. That's what this game is.
Wait, what? Because it's a 4-player co-op?
No, it's a 4-player co-op game where you have to navigate through a specific place, collect resources, you communicate through cameras, and you unlock doors at computers. It's asynchronous multiplayer, and the goal is to either get in and get out or survive. It's Lethal Company with slightly different variables. That's all this game is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not saying that like it's
the trailer
dismissive
doesn't
of
show that though.
Yeah, like I don't.
It does. It did show that. It showed that.
I didn't understand anything from the trailer. It just felt like
it was a lot at once.
Yeah, it felt. I don't think that was gameplay.
I don't
think
any
gameplay.
That was gameplay. There was gameplay there.
That was literally entirely gameplay, Andrew. What are you talking about? They were like digging through the walls and shit. It also was way too jank to not be gameplay. No, I kind of get where it's going for. It's like, because it's not Lethal Company. It doesn't play like Lethal Company or have the systems of Lethal Company, but it also kind of looks like it was made specifically for the targeted point of this Lethal Company thing. Looks pretty good. Like, how do we make a game that those people want to play? And like, I mean, Content Warning took the really cynical approach of being like, what if it was about making Lethal Company videos? And immediately I'm like, this is all, there's nothing to do here. Whereas this one's like, what if we go even harder on systems? It's even more of a co-op game. Because this taps into a little bit more like the Left 4 Dead formula of like you starting together in this one location and doing what you have to do to break out of this place and so on. It absolutely does. Chaos.
It absolutely does have that, but it also seems to have procedurally generated hallways, specific either not upgrades or like specific locations you go to. There's the warden cell, which operates like the flying off the, like being on the ship and having the 2 computers and the communication that you need. Like you have an inventory ostensibly. I'm watching the people, I'm rewatching the trailer. People pick up an item, seem to have inventory slots. Like it's the same structure of Lethal Company from a mechanical design standpoint. It's just different variables tweaked. So it's like, okay, instead of going to a place and then coming back, you are in jail and escaping, but like you're still probably going to upgrade on the same cycle. You're still fundamentally doing and communicating the same way. It's a game in the genre, in the style of Lethal Company. That's what it's laser focused at being.
I feel like it's. I hate them.
They're weird.
I'm just looking at the creatures and I hate them, and I don't want to play the game they're in. That's kind of just a deal breaker for me. That's the problem for me.
All right.
They look like Funko Pops.
You can mod hyenas into it, I'm sure.
Coming out on August 30th.
It would help.
Ubisoft and Lucasfilm Games, the first open-world Star Wars game where you live the life of a scoundrel. On Monday at 12 p.m. Pacific, you'll get to see
That's technically true.
They added enough caveats.
Yeah.
Also, scoundrel. What is a scoundrel? Is my English bad or
Star Wars?
It's Han Solo.
Yeah, scoundrel is like the Star Wars term for an outlaw. Yeah.
Yeah. It's functionally a character class in the Star Wars universe made entirely of the fact that Han Solo is a popular character, so they have to keep making Han Solos.
I see.
Let's raise the stakes, shall we?
This is how Star Wars works. You get the not Darth Mauls, and you get the not Boba Fett's, and you get the not Han Solos.
I would play this if it wasn't a Ubisoft game, but because it's an Ubisoft,
yeah,
God!
If this was made by Rockstar, it'd be
I'd play it.
It's just fucking Assassin's Creed. You can't lie to me. I know what's happening.
Star Wars would be unhinged.
I don't know. Maybe
would it?
I probably.
Could you imagine?
I don't mean like edgy. I mean like that level of commitment that they do. Kind of terrifying. Like a Star Wars game made by Naughty Dog or Rockstar would be just a next level. Like, hang on a minute, Jesus fucking Christ, calm down. That was the shortest thing ever.
Those. Yeah, it's because it was a trailer for their announcements.
All I know is that she looks like Sigourney Weaver. The end. No, not Sigourney Weaver. Sorry, she looks like Terminator 2 or Terminator 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, specifically Terminator 1 hair, right. Whoever that was, I forgot her name.
Important details about that Jailbreak game as well. It has proximity chat and is directly cites Lethal Company in its Steam page.
I'm a little annoyed that I think I can already tell this is by the Grease people.
Yeah, it's by the Grease people.
Yeah, immediately.
It shouldn't be that easy. It shouldn't be that obvious that it's the Grease people.
Yes.
You might have a little bit of aesthetic stagnation if I didn't play Grease and I already know this is Grease's follow-up.
It's I think the aesthetic, it's the gameplay aesthetic more than necessarily the art.
Okay, the fact that it has combat makes it instantly more interesting.
Yeah.
Because you'll actually do things in this game now. You'll actually have to engage with stuff.
I don't have anything. I'm not against Grease. It's just I played it. I did like a half an hour let's try, and I started falling asleep immediately.
Yeah.
Just from like holding down the walk across the room button over and over again to walk over to the one thing to do.
Yeah, I finished Gree in one sitting as well, and that is truly the definition of a video game that like you press right until you don't, like, you know, like that's it, that's all you do in that game. I hesitate to even call it a platformer, like because of how little you actually do.
The giant dog furry lips.
They did give the giant dog furry lips.
I was looking at the eyes.
All right, next it's time.
But that looks good. That looks interesting.
The art style looked right up my alley.
It'll look like I could be awake when I'm playing it.
This is a big pet peeve of mine, but when they make beautiful hand-drawn games, they never master them at 4K, which means they look compressed to hell when you play them on a nice display.
They need to like make a separate 4K copy of the game to download.
I hope they do that. That would be nice.
Let us all for death prepare.
Is this Civ 7?
I was just
is that the number?
So hyped. Yep, we're at 7 already. Let's go.
I play one game per Civ that comes out.
Yep, same.
I get one game in eventually with some friends, and then they turned off the victory condition I went for without telling me. And
one time, Jesus Christ!
It was 8 hours. It was so long.
Isn't a legitimate win.
Thanks for telling me that after the 8 hours of me almost winning with it, and then finding out it didn't exist.
Why would you try to win with it? It's an illegitimate way to win.
I never get to play the fucking game. There's a lot of bullying new players when you bring them into games, but usually don't turn off their victory condition completely.
That's malicious. You don't. No one picks religion.
Yeah. I did.
It's totally fair. What do you? We've been over this.
That's why you don't let Andrew host any game, because he'll just.
You cannot.
He'll say insane things like Left 4 Dead shouldn't have co-op, and then you just have to live with his insane choices.
Lethal Company, it's fine.
Why is the logo for that sperm?
Oh, it's Wukong.
You don't know that just because it's a monkey wearing armor?
I know this is Wukong.
It's Black Sun Wukong. I've been looking forward to this for like a year because it's got like a very large werewolf boss.
I'm gonna play this because it looks good.
This is CGI though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not in-game.
The game does look incredibly good in engine.
It's shockingly good looking.
The demo looks genuinely incredible.
I'm just like, please have, not necessarily Souls-like combat specifically, but please have impactful combat and not what half the games that look like this turn out to do, which is like extremely button mashy, grindy, giant health bar, low impact combat. I get so sad when a really cool looking action game comes out and you're like, oh, the combat's a phone game.
The Black Myth Wukong demo was out. I think it was at one of the trade shows we went to. Apparently it was really good.
That was less trailer than ever before.
You can get a statue of the monkey?
It was still more than Elden Ring, than Elder Scrolls 6. Remember?
Where it's really hard to see.
To be fair with this too,
it's so small.
To be fair to Wukong as well, we've seen multiple trailers of that game, and we've seen gameplay of it, so it's like it's not that weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why it feels weird, because it feels like the teaser trailer that would have happened 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like out of order. You're like, wait, we've seen gameplay before. Why does this not have gameplay in it? Did they lose the gameplay?
Wrath 2. I think I own the first one.
I guess it's already reviewed, so it's already out.
Perhaps humans were fated to build the monoliths.
Hands?
Oh no, this is Destiny. Never mind.
Stalker 3, let's go.
Oh, I thought it was a Remnant game.
Stardust.
Is this not Destiny? I thought this was Destiny.
Was given more than it wished.
No, that looks like Remnant.
As a non,
it looks like a Remnant.
Wait,
it looks like a Remnant 2 expansion.
Every new high
brings
a terrible.
That's not Destiny.
Destiny
Destiny don't
final
make booties
shape.
like that.
That's the final shape. Is the booty?
What,
I know nothing
the
about
final
Destiny.
shape is the booty.
Yeah.
Die to live again.
There's so many Baba Yaga buildings in games lately.
This looks kind of boring.
It like wasn't a thing. Is this the year of Baba Yaga? Like it was the year of the bow in 2013.
There's a lot more Russian games.
Or the year of Luigi, where they put out one Luigi game.
Wherever we remain.
Scientifically speaking, I don't think that there is a lot more Russian
Once
games.
human. I have no idea what this is.
It looks like it's multiplayer.
Look at the flying plane bird! Wait, I want to play that game.
Plane.
What is that setting? I do want to play that game. It looks absurd. The setting looks absurd.
An ad. Take this ad off the screen right now.
I can't believe there's an ad in this.
All right, welcome
back.
In the
to
ads
Summer
show?
Game
My
Fest.
God.
We've got some amazing developer guests joining us throughout the show, and I'm very
Blah 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 blah.
I'm very
blah,
excited for this game, and I will be playing it.
Is there a trailer?
I'll probably
There
play
it
it
is.
on my own.
Great evil flows through this land. You have found a way to wield true magic.
Oh. Transformers.
It's the fantasy RPG by the Persona people.
Many more protectors and followers will gather to your side.
Is that not Shin Megami Tensei?
Remind people.
No, Shin Megami Tensei isn't fantasy.
Lie dormant.
Shin Megami Tensei is sci-fi.
On guard!
I only
Must acquire
find out about it via certain monster designs.
Together.
I never could. I could never play one of these games.
This game looks so good. I'm so excited about it.
Now you've
I
acquired.
tried to like JRPGs, and now people tell me it was because I tried to do it during like the 3 years where every JRPG was bad. And I'm like, well, that's
You
not
did.
my fault.
That is true, but I also think that modern JRPGs generally are bad. So
Yeah.
that hasn't stopped.
I played Zestiria, Berseria, I Am Setsun, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, and Final Fantasy 15 and Type 0 all back to back, and they were all bad.
Most of those aren't JRPGs, but I'll give it to
such
you.
an honor to have
It's
you
what
on. So join with
JRPG
us.
fans call JRPGs.
Yeah.
You need to like JRPGs. You need to like it despite the things that you're seeing.
Also, I Am Setsun is not a JRPG? Oh, you said some
I Am
of them aren't.
Setsuna is. I didn't say all of them aren't. I said many of them aren't.
It's a Batman. I can't believe they just
Now it's a
disrespected
Batman.
Batman. How dare they
No, this
disrespect
isn't Batman, is it? This is
You can't disrespect a Batman. That's illegal.
Is from the fire in the streets.
That's Harley
I mean, one of the
Quinzel
first
right
Oh,
things
there.
they
no.
showed.
This is the
One of the
VR
first
one.
things-
On everything that was once
Oh,
good.
yeah. One of the
The
first
VR
things they showed in
what?
the trailer.
Oh,
was
that's
the
Ratman.
spotlight,
Oh, Suicide Squad again?
No, it's VR Batman. There's a VR Batman coming out.
Oh,
I think.
Scarecrow.
But they're not the only ones who can use it.
Does it look this good in VR as well?
We'll stop it
The fucking Smashing
This is a
Pumpkin
CG
song.
trailer.
The Smashing Pumpkin song.
to destroy
In
him.
slow motion?
Yes, it's another dramatic, slow cover of another famous rock song, because that's the only way they know how to score trailers now. God damn it. I'm so mad.
I do
saw
like-
that,
I do
saw
like
that
that I
song
knew he was-
live. He was.
I like that-
Billy Corgan is too absurd to take that seriously.
Street
I
Fighter
like that
6
I knew it was a Batman
Season
thing
2.
because they showed a spotlight. The first
I,
thing
for
was a
one,
spotlight.
am excited about this. I probably won't end
Okay.
up playing it because I am on Wi-Fi now. I'm not on Ethernet. But if
Oh, no.
I had my
hey, it's the
Ethernet,
character that was impossible to play. He's literally unplayable. How the fuck do you play Jamie?
you frame trap.
It's a fucked up
Spacing
character.
But Terry's in it.
Terry,
I'm
what
gonna
are you
play
doing
Terry.
here?
I like Terry, and so's Mai. She's gonna booba.
Oh.
It's the fighting game characters that are always in the fighting
No
game
way
crossovers.
she's gonna look like that.
She does.
What-
She
Did
looks
they-
very
did they
booba.
give her-
Are
pants?
these King of Fighter characters
No.
just more popular than King of Fighters now?
Yeah, they're yeah.
They're,
Yes.
they're in every crossover, but no, I never even hear about the franchise they're from anymore.
Yeah, King of Fighters, Fatal Fury, all of them. Like they're known for being crossover characters.
Because I think King of Fighting characters might have also been in DOA 6.
Maybe they were in Smash.
Yeah, Terry
What's
was in
this
Smash.
Warhammer all of a sudden?
No, this is M Bison. It's just Street Fighter.
He's back.
He's back, yeah.
It's skull with wings. And...
It's just the law that now that these games have to pretend to kill the big angry old man that was the bad guy of the franchise.
I can't believe they're bringing Elena back after the war crimes they committed in Street Fighter 4.
Was it bad, or was it what the story?
Elena was incredibly broken in Street Fighter 4.
Oh, the new Dragon
Was she the Capoeira one?
No.
Yeah. She dances and heals herself.
So
she can...
Oh, that doesn't work. That style doesn't work.
I expect
the profile is
kills.
Not his angle.
I want when he falls over, I want to see Scotsman butt. I don't want to see any underwear under those kills.
Yeah. Why are we even playing a Scottish kilt game if there isn't any backsack? Oh, he's dead. Well, game's over.
This has really aggressive clay.
This makes
vibes
more
to
sense
it.
now.
I hope it's like Darkest Dungeon 1.
I was gonna say it looks like Darkest Dungeon in clay. That's what it looks like to me.
But actually, yeah.
I was thinking about Banner
But
Saga.
if it's a single character, is it like a main character?
It appears to be somewhat similar to Brutal Legend, where you are playing the commander and then are assigning units, maybe.
Well, no, but I think what's it called? There's a whole franchise where you like kind of sandbox around the world map, and you can take part in the fights, but you're also doing a management sim. I did a Let's Try of it, and I can't remember what it's called now. It's not called Banner Saga. That's the other game.
Tears.
Yeah, that would work. Yeah.
Of Metal.
Or Battle Brothers also does that.
It's by Paper Cult. Interesting. They did Blood Roots, which is a furry game. And by furry game, I mean it has a guy in a wolf fursuit head. And by that, I mean a Roman wolf mask.
Yeah, the furry empire.
There were people talking to me about how good this looks, and I totally disagree. I think there is no way to make a Dragon Ball Z game look good. It is the most mid of IPs to make a cash grab tie-in game with. I will be right back.
He has opted out of this trailer.
He has been canceled live.
It has a lot of those.
It has
a lot of those fun fire effects that are 2D, but also people got so good at making those that they literally put them over like live footage of random people for memes. So I don't know if that's that much of an accomplishment.
Right as Dozer was saying, I think this looks bad. I was gonna say I think this looks great. It's the first time I'm seeing a Dragon Ball game that actually looks interesting instead of like.
They've been looking like this for like a hot minute.
I can't tell what
they
genre
always try
it
to go
is.
for the TV show style look, and it's like, oh, we want to make the games look like a TV show, and like I don't think that's.
Each Dragon Ball Z is either a fighting game that looks pretty alright, or it tries to have a world, and immediately you have to look at these large expanses of undetailed, strangely empty, like rocky expanses. And as you walk around in those areas, you're like, oh man.
There you go, Internet.
Yeah.
We got your release date for Sparking Zero.
God, the sixth character unlocks is so funny next to each other because it's just the same fucking character.
Yeah. Sometimes it's because it's just more spiky haircuts.
Yeah.
They look like palette swaps of each other. You'll never believe who came out this one. They got Super Zybot Goku Deluxe.
It's time to take action. Objective: collect and decode the Mandel Brick located at the tourist center at the southeast region.
The Mandel Brick.
Insertion. Execute swiftly.
What a cool item.
Silently.
We're in position.
Gun porn for all the gun porn channels.
Is this a Far Cry or a Ghost Recon?
I was gonna say maybe a SWAT game, but a Ghost Recon maybe. Nah, I don't know.
Looks like Payday, but Rainbow Six, like Rainbow Six Payday.
Yeah, I was thinking, oh, maybe Rainbow Six. Yeah.
I feel bad that we immediately become just a blob of shouting every tactical shooter's name.
Yeah.
There's so many.
But also, how do you
so
not?
many.
It's so hard to make these distinct from each other when visual, because there's a refusal of stylization. It's always grittiness.
Yeah,
so they look like the same game.
I have a thought about this, which is like Rainbow Six and like Ghost Recon and like all of these games are games that I do not care about and I'm not excited for, but Delta Force Hawk Ops. It was somehow
what?
It was somehow something even different than what we expected.
That's like a fake video game you see a commercial for in a movie.
Yeah, that took me by surprise.
Delta Force Hawk Ops, Black Hawk Down. Wait, there's another colon where it says Black Hawk Down. It says Hawk twice in the title. Well, there's two colons.
Funny.
There's 2 colons. Look down here. Delta Force Black Ops, Black Hawk Down.
No way, that cannot be right.
It says Hawk twice and 2 colons.
That is
the 2 colons
okay.
Is all right. I'm okay
Apparently,
with the 2 colons.
they dropped the 3rd subtitle, so it's just Delta Force Hawk Ops.
No one told the YouTube.
No one told the YouTuber guy. Yeah. One thing I was gonna say about these kinds of tactical shooters is that this is a genre I like fundamentally don't care about. So it's very easy to dismiss as like, oh, there was nothing here. But from what I understand, this genre is actually relatively iterative in that, like, there has been a lot of design change to how it functions over time. Yeah, so it's just one of those things where it's like...
there is also a simultaneous refusal to stand out.
Oh, yes, completely. That's not what I was going to say. I was just going to say, like, I feel like this trailer is specifically unexciting to us because we don't care. But I guarantee you there are people out there that are like, oh my God, this is the one I've been waiting for my whole life. There's
somebody out there like, he held the gun sideways.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Nobody's saying that about this game. Come on. Like, I play a shooter every once in a while. And like, I remember the last shooter that I saw a trailer for, and I was like, I want to play that. Actually, I'm not playing it. But the last one was, what's the famous Russian looter shooter game called? Escape from Tarkov. That's the one.
Oh, is that Russian?
I saw the trailer. yeah.
I guess it sounds Russian.
I saw that and I was like, oh, this is cool. Ammo management and all these items and all like permanent loot laws. I like this sort of stuff because, you know, the trailer said something about the game. This trailer didn't say nothing. It said like, what did like the lines were generic as all hell.
Yeah,
I mean, look.
I mean, it's called this.
It's exactly like this is what is this?
My thought about this trailer is that like there's this old joke about men's versus women fashion where it's like women blah 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 dresses standing out variety and men all show up to if they all show up with the exact same suit, they'll all be like, oh, we did it right. We won. I did the thing right, and then that's the dynamic. I'm not really reinforcing that or whatever, but I'm just saying like that's the men that all wear the same suit to the party and then feel like they succeeded and they won and that they did it right and that, oh, thank God. Yeah. That's how I feel about every time I see a trailer in the genre. It's like there's just such a refusal to look like a different thing. It's like such like, look, it's more of the exact thing you guys always buy. Did we do it right? Buy it, please. It looks just like there was several parts where I'm like, this looks exactly like how the guy in Call of Duty holds his gun. This could be Call of Duty, but Call of Duty doesn't usually let you move like this, so it's probably not Call of Duty. Like,
it's so stupid
that's
because
just kind of sad. Because most other genres of game, I don't mix them up that hard.
But if that's the way they are thinking, they're just thinking wrong. The only reason Call of Duty sells is because it's called Call of Duty. It has nothing to do with the gameplay at all whatsoever. Nothing.
I agree with that statement, but I also don't agree with it.
The game's premium.
Wait, sorry, tell us.
Because I think that people who really like Call of Duty do actually like it for its gameplay. However,
they only buy it because it's Call of Duty.
I agree with that statement from a brand marketing perspective, but I do think that people are very persnickety about Call of Duty, and like I do think
they have their preferences, and you know.
Yeah. I think, but the thing is that
if they make a new Call of Duty, the same game, and they call it something else, it does not sell.
Sure, but it does affect the sales of the game after
entirely
that.
Because people scream about their opinions about Call of Duty, so that's definitely not just aimless. Well, I have extremely granular opinions about their Call of Duty remake trilogy and stuff. Anyway, that was more of the same game.
Yep.
I thought
I'm excited. I'm so excited for this fucking game. You're talking about how fucking Terry's games don't exist anymore. Surprise, motherfucker, they do.
I don't know, just said I don't hear them anymore.
There's a new Garo game. I'm so ready for it.
Was Terry also in Garo?
Yes. Garo is the spin-off of Fatal Fury. It's the Bad End series. It's what takes place. That's Terry there on the left.
Garo mean wolf or something? Yeah.
Excuse me?
Vox Reaper. I'm calibrated now. I get what we're dealing with here. This character's named Vox Reaper in this one.
Mm-hmm.
I recognize that attack. Seems rather indirect, like a strange way of attacking.
Oh yeah, they're doing the Street Fighter mini games things.
Quick time.
Yeah, there's glass in my beer.
Yeah, there's a practice mode where it's like you can do your Shoryuken input to get really good, and then you get bonuses.
Oh no, this is really upsetting. No, you don't want to be put in Master Chief's armor; it'll kill you.
Does this count as?
Oh, he's fucked. Yes,
no,
it counts
it's
as
fine.
TF.
Satire.
I'm gonna send this to all of my favorite furry artists, and they're gonna lose their shit.
Is this Infinite again?
If you've read the Halo books, it's really upsetting to see the Chief armor just spawn on someone because they're going to die, and not because they're going to war. The armor will just destroy their body.
I almost bought this exact monitor like 3 days ago. Instead, I bought a TV.
Why are they zooming in on weird rocks? That just makes me feel like I'm gonna get lung cancer.
It's high definition. It's so
the rocks are high definition, don't you?
It just sounds like it's
there's
made
a furry.
Of that.
Oh, it's a gacha game.
Wow, water?
Is it, or is it like Brawlhalla? Is Brawlhalla a gacha game? I don't know.
I said it because of the ball of water.
Brawlhalla just is exhaustingly monetized.
But I'm rethinking
because it has 1 million
my
crossover characters.
I'm rethinking my approach. I don't know what this is. It looks Dragon Ballish though, and I like that.
Why are all the villains hot?
Super Dragon Ball.
Why is every villain hot and every character's a child?
Because otherwise
it is. I'm really struggling with you saying that this looks Dragon Ball. It
doesn't. Come on.
It doesn't.
No, it
doesn't look like Toriyama's art at all. No.
No. I mean, the art style is slightly different, but the direction is like. Look at all the stone.
You mean anime? Like you can't just say Dragon Ball.
Yeah, this is not.
Getting some real Boss Baby vibes right here.
I want people in the comments telling me I'm right. Come on.
Okay.
The people in the comments are gonna say what they always say, which is that you live in a strange alien universe.
I can draw you a chart and show you this.
I don't want to play as the terrifying.
Oh, is this like
baby.
Battle Right? It is. This is closer to like Battle Right than it is like League, because it's all about PvP.
Maybe?
God, what was that strategy game where you're on a hexagonal grid and all the columns fall down?
I don't know.
It's like world destroying
Catan.
Oh, the sequel to Elden Ring.
Yeah.
No, this is
what is it called?
This is Demon X Machina 2, isn't it? Is that what this is?
Those look cool. Actually, these mechs look badass. They look better than the ones that From Software did.
I'm gonna throw you into a volcano.
You disagree with me though? Don't they look cool?
They're Techno Vomit. This is Techno Vomit. This is Demon X Machina 2, I think. Did anyone else play that game? Am I the only one here who played that?
I don't like mech games.
I don't either.
I like Mech Warrior games.
Demon X Machina had the worst UI of any video game I've ever played. Just as a side note, it's Xenoblade Chronicles X level insane. What is this? Oh, it's Mecha Break. I was wrong. I thought it was
gonna break the mechas as advertised.
I thought the mechas looked cool.
Oh, this is a Steam game. This is a Steam game on Steam, for playing on Steam. It's a multiplayer game. Interesting.
Oh.
It's like it's a okay. I could play that. I guess I could. Okay. I don't know if I would though, because I could just play Armored Core 6 multiplayer.
They're adding Armored Core 6 multi. Oh, they already had it, didn't they?
Armored Core, that's what it is.
I forgot there was a feature and I kept clicking on it by accident.
Bloomhouse.
Oh,
I heard that Bloomhouse is making games now.
Are they making them for as cheap as they make their movies?
Bloomhouse doesn't actually make movies that cheap.
Are they triple-digit millions?
Look at this little guy. It's Horror Stardew. Oh, that person got
Is it actually?
Maybe.
Horror Stardew?
That guy looks like bait.
That was bait.
Wait, what?
That man was bait.
Sleep.
The art. There's 3 different art styles in this game.
No,
they're different.
They're multiple games.
Okay,
Yeah, they're multiple.
It's a montage of trailers.
Okay, I was very confused.
Any ghost actually show.
It was a little jarring because there was daytime and nighttime Stardew horror game scenes.
Amy, I'll save you, no matter what.
Do these games not? Wait, do these games not have their own logos? Or are they trying to do cohesion for the trailer and making it so you don't know what the logos look like when they come out?
Oh! I will play this. What is that?
The simulation
should have some developer mode.
This looks interesting.
What
All of these games have looked interesting so far.
They have
it's Sam Barlow's new game and fucking Brandon Cronenberg. Hell yeah!
These have wild visuals.
Holy fuck! I'm totally down for this. A Sam Barlow, Brandon Cronenberg crossover? Hell yeah! Everyone should go watch Possessor. That's a good movie.
Oh my god!
About the studio rather than yeah, right. Okay, I see.
That's fun. I would like those. I would like to see
that looks cool.
More than 10 seconds of those sometime.
That's not what we're here for.
Hasbro's not a good start.
That definitely not.
Power Rangers. Yep, Power Rangers.
You can tell
game.
it just by the kind of.
I just discovered like 2 days ago that Power Rangers just kept going the whole time I've been alive and had like 33 seasons. And
this looks pretty.
Power Rangers just ended last year.
I do like that.
It just like it's not. They didn't stop it. It's going to come back next year in a reboot, but. The 33-year continuity of Power Rangers ended last year.
Yeah.
In a
this looks great. I don't like that animation though.
Yeah, this looks like a Sega Genesis game. I'm into it.
Yeah.
Is this the official theme song?
Yeah, this is the Power Rangers theme, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme.
The original. It's not the original, but like the actual one, not the cover.
It's a cover of the original one. It doesn't sound good.
Yeah. What?
Oh,
no,
this looks great.
What the?
Wasn't the original Power Rangers song played by Buckethead?
Yes.
The guitarist?
Yes.
That's why its guitar is so overkill. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Buckethead of Guitar Hero 2 Jordan fame, the impossible to play song in Guitar Hero 2. They're probably not what they're famous for. But
it's why
apparently,
they're in my heart.
Apparently that is maybe a myth. Yeah, it was a myth.
I've heard
Buckethead didn't play it. Sorry.
But then again, I've also heard
I saw
that,
Buckethead playing with Nine Inch Nails.
That I'm jealous. Buckethead's great. This looks.
No, I mean I saw them as a hired musician from Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah. This has the long dark vibes.
They made the dude too cute. Like the art style doesn't work for me.
This is going to be one of those games where like people. It's going to be 3 hours long, and people are going to get really emotionally attached to the deer, and then it's going to die, or the kid's going to die, and it's going to make people sad.
You're just saying that because the soundtrack is a violin.
It's another Limbo-like and whatnot, but like
yes, that's why I was saying it.
I hate its giant baby head. It's too big. It's too big baby head. I hate it.
It's there
how
to
else
make
are you gonna be sad when
I have the inverse
dead?
reaction.
Yeah.
To
The
this
violin.
Why
I have like the opposite reaction
heads?
to this whole fucking Baby Yoda trend of being like of going this hard on Baby all the time. Oh, thank God it grows up.
It still has a big head.
Yeah, but it's the same size head, but the body's bigger now.
What if it's
that guy's head's even bigger?
The Discord stream quality is so bad that I can't tell if the person looks like a Funko Pop or if they.
No, he looks like a
just
Funko
the low
Pop.
Quality.
Everyone's just like a smooth toy.
Deer and boy, yeah, just like boy and blob and Popo EO.
Yeah, it's a metaphor for your drunk father.
Deer and Boy, which comes from first-time developer Jason Houdet in Paris, who started that project alone.
Jason Hud.
Jason Hud.
Thanks credits.
We do the driving later.
Come to fruition. Man proposes.
But my Elden Ring first-person mod.
Kingdom Come Deliverance or the next.
No,
yeah,
no,
it's
no.
It's KCD2.
Right in the bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't look any better.
No, it does not.
I need to find them.
This game was so garbage.
Smart-ass Smith.
I like that the title of Deliverance was.
This looks okay. Sorry, I'm gonna correct you both. Visually, this looks way better than Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. Both of you are high.
It does, but it's still, you can tell.
Yeah, you can tell it's the same thing.
The faces are so deeply uncanny.
There are many sinners in this world.
It sure is a Daniel Vavra game.
KCD was so garbage,
but lacked the courage to do. The last time I ran away
for the entire span I played,
weird
the entire
culture
time
warrior.
The entire time I played through this game, every single build, it was impossible to play through front to back without a breaking glitch. You had to catch the incoming tide of patches where they would fix the quest you're currently stuck on and break something ahead of or behind you. But it was always broken somewhere for months. No one could just beat the game.
I love that people say honestly that they don't think the original game was glitchy.
I have so much video evidence. The entire final mission of the game is your cool friend just walking into a wall while monologuing the entire 10-minute conversation he's supposed to have on the way to the ending. And then he teleports there.
They're not calling it another. They're keeping the Deliverance.
Next, we
so the story is still going to be about delivering the sword.
Keiichiro Toyama-san.
Or it's thematically about like religious deliverance. Who knows?
But that was not what the first game was.
It does feel like it should have been called Kingdom Come 2. Like it does kind of give the vibe of like Dragon Age Origins 2, like they kept Origins. You're like, hang on a minute.
The thing with Dragon Age Origins 2? I don't think it was called Dragon Age Origins 2.
It's not. That's the joke.
Oh, okay.
I was saying like,
I thought you were saying it was, and I was like, what?
I'm saying like it'd be like if they called it Dragon Age Origins 2, Origins 2, you're like, wait, hang on. I thought that was the part they were gonna drop in sequels.
I have followed this project, by the way. So before we actually watch this, this is an interesting one because this is a game that was leaked for many years, and people didn't realize there was a debate about whether or not this game was actually going to come out, and it was such a big leak, and it's been known about for so long that the people working on it actively talked about it on their Twitter accounts, which is interesting because they act like this is an announcement, but it kind of isn't. But it is an announcement because no one knew if it was real or not, I guess, because there was a debate about whether or not it had been canceled. So that's interesting. Fun facts about this game.
I don't know.
Closing pro tip to the Kingdom Come developer people. I'm begging you, drop the save system. You will never make a game that is has enough fidelity and consistency to have a hardcore save system. Your game will just shit itself and break constantly, and people's saves will be ruined because of that. There's a reason why people save scum in Western RPGs so much, and it's not entirely because of cheating their consequences out of stuff. It's because quests are so janky and broken or poorly signposted that they just resolve unsatisfyingly for no reason.
And also, I should say, as a save scummer myself, it doesn't make the game worse. Save scumming for a lot of people makes the game better. So leave it in if you can.
I had a whole quest where we're gonna do this ritual at night, but people are probably gonna come harass us. So come defend us. So I went there and I defended them. But while I was circle strafing the enemies, because I was fighting multiple enemies as one swordsman in a realistic combat game where you're supposed to be afraid of people and be careful around them, I stepped over the fucking threshold for the zone that's invisible, and it's like, I can't believe you abandoned us, and then they all died or something, and the quest is instantly broken. And it's guess what? We still save scum because that's a trash resolution for the quest. You just have to replay an hour of game to load your save. That's not better. That's not cooler. Well, it's just a garbage system. Get rid of the stupid fucking save system.
Did you actually did you reload?
Yes. I have a show to make.
The bad result for that quest is more satisfying than the good result.
I'm being forced to do I'm doing a fucking video series, so I've got to time to suffer for my audience and play this game for an hour off camera until I can get back to the part where the game broke on me, which there was 100 times the game broke on me and I had to do that. What a frustrating playthrough.
My pro tip for this developer is to stop being a gamer gator culture warrior who believes black people don't exist in Europe.
And white supremacists.
Yeah,
that would be great. And also, the only good game he ever made, or only good game he ever wrote, was Mafia 1, and even that has major issues. So maybe we just don't need a Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe he'll get better. I doubt it.
No, he's just a racist.
Yeah.
Yay, gaming.
Yay.
And this is Slitherhead. You say everybody's known
That's
about
a wild title. I mean,
yeah, it's almost
not
Shitterhead.
Everybody is a very caveated term in this context, but
it's a new game by the creator of Silent Hill. And
I was gonna say, is it Silent Hill?
Yeah, and it has monster design by what's his name, Masahiro Ito, which is why everyone knew about it, if I remember correctly.
Oh. I like that they started with the top-down camera. It's sort of fixed to show like this is like the top-down camera. It's the fixed camera.
It's the game
like
where you're a
Geist.
cherub and you consume people's you go in people's bodies.
Yeah.
The origin of the oomph sound.
All right. Okay.
Huh?
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Wait. Is it?
It's
Are
like
you
a
fighting with the people?
It's like an action game montage, but it's just showing the monster killing us. This is like the kind of montage you do when you're showing the player winning, but it's just been them getting just eaten. Oh, that's really gross.
Now they turned it around.
Oh god, the fingers.
Yeah. That style is very on purpose.
I don't know why, but this motorcycle guy just made me think of the Driver game where you like fly into people's other cars. Did anyone play that?
Driver San Francisco.
That was an interesting
Vin
game.
Diesel games that came out the same year.
Oh, it's such a good
I don't
game.
like this game. The
No, I
concept
don't
of it.
think I want it.
The concept of it just sounds infuriating.
The stop motion frames are also.
It's because
very
you're thinking of Never Dead. You're thinking back to Never Dead being so annoying. The game where you just disintegrate into body parts and have to put yourself back together every fight because you basically can't die. Oh, puppy.
A dog.
Terrifying, uncanny video game dog.
Also, the red eyes.
What that dog doing?
I'll play this for the stream.
No.
Oh god. What is this guy from? He looks familiar.
This car just looks like a shoe.
I don't know what that is.
Oh my
Is it
god,
like
he took those guys out.
It's
Yeah,
just gonna be
why do I
Saints Row
this
with
character?
a Mr. Potato Head.
That's what I call a dramatic entrance. There's a reason why I'm called Killer Bean. It's because I'm good at what I do.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Also because you're a bean.
Remember the Wanted video game?
I do.
It was like surprisingly fun.
Good.
Yeah, this is like if you did Saints Row but with a bean, I guess, is like the whole gimmick.
Oh my god.
This is an intro game.
I would love this game. This looks fantastic. Wow, that's a little realistic mech.
Now, I'm gonna destroy them.
You're the gosh darn idiot who wants to take down the Shadow Agency! Well, it is sure nice to meet you. Before you die.
No.
Oh my god. So unnecessary. Oh, it's
Zombies,
shit, what was it called?
Of course.
Gun
Your parody
What's that
always
one
needs a
with
zombie
Christian Bale?
level.
They made me who I am, and I will make them pay for it.
I can appreciate some of the effort, but that's going to wear thin for me real fast.
Yeah, it's
Depends on how long it is.
I would not play it.
Being a third-person roguelike shooter.
Isn't that wacky? Look how.
Why is it a roguelike?
Wait,
why is it a
I'm sorry,
roguelike?
it's a roguelike? Are you kidding
progression.
me? Wait,
You need
what?
to-
Wait,
in
it's
game
not just a.
transaction.
Why is
No.
it, I'm so confused that that's not just a campaign you play through. What?
You need in-game transactions. You can't have single-player campaign. What is this?
When I said that I was
2006?
going to wear thin, I wasn't ready to. I was not anticipating it being the genre that wears
Being a
thin
roguelike.
inherently
Yeah.
through repetition.
Okay, that makes me change my mind a little bit. That
It's for
is
progression. That's why.
Comedy and roguelike is real rough. Like,
yeah,
you really got to be playing through like a carefully paced, borderline scripted experience to make the comedy beats land, and a roguelike is just going to make them exhausting and repetitive as the same voice lines and scenes repeat over and over again. Is this another climbing game? They keep making climbing games. Will any of them have mechanics?
You're watching it right now.
It looks like there's mechanics.
It might. I played Jusant, and it looked on paper like it would have mechanics, but when you go through it, it really doesn't really. It's pretty...
Look at the legs being all janky. That's definitely mechanics right there.
I mean, Jusant does that too, and you just hold down left trigger, then right trigger, then hold right trigger, then left trigger over and over again to simulate climbing.
Oh, okay. The janky legs! I like that.
It's definitely visually rougher than Jusant.
I can't imagine.
Didn't you just climb a mountain? Don't do fucking push-ups after climbing a mountain. That's not how that works.
It's for decompressing. You know how it is.
No, you're just gonna get more tired.
Well, that sounds cool.
These are more forgiving visuals than the original angle, where the lighting's just kind of freaking out at a shallow angle.
Yeah.
She's having a rough time. Damn.
Yeah, what is it?
I hope there's a button that makes you scream.
Dedicated scream button.
All right.
Yeah. Kieran.
We'll see if that has gameplay or not.
Game Baby.
What kind of game it is.
A lot of women beating mountains game coming out. We got Celeste, and now we got
it's
this.
not just for Resident Evil 5 protagonists.
Quiet walk. Oh, Stanley.
I'm meant to be here. I'm a fighter. I'm meant to be in the arena, in combat. But
Davey Reedon, that's his name.
Out here in the middle of the woods, running a tea shop. So what does running a tea shop involve? Well, there's a lot of gardening, and I've had to get used to the pretty unique tea machine they've got here. None of these.
This is a genre of video game
take patience.
that I don't like.
I'm not really the patient type.
Why not? If it has, a nice story.
Of course, I have to actually
Cozy Life Sim Harvest Moon likes games that are all about just having a chill vibe is like, why am I playing this when I could just sit on my couch and read? Like, why would I do this to myself?
Do you think it's exhausting being Davey Reedon now, and whenever you make someone, they're expecting like the Shyamalan twist of like, oh, it's gonna subvert the genre, right? It's gonna be really clever.
I think that is what this game is going to be, but also I don't think of that when I think of Davey Reedon. I think of like really ludonarratively driven thematic games, and this feels like it. Maybe it has something to say.
The twist is coming.
I can stop running.
It's a twist. You guys called it.
I need to enjoy this.
Oh.
I feel good. I'm happy.
Yeah.
The twist.
Ellie, just retire to the farm, Ellie. Just to go. Don't go back. Don't go back for revenge, Ellie.
Is it basically trying to say, like, cozy life sim games about running from your problems maybe aren't a healthy coping mechanism? Is that what it's saying? Because if so, maybe I will play that. I don't know.
That was
it's teasing something.
Of the next game from Davey Reddin, the creator of the Stanley Parable. I sense there's a twist
Reddin?
you would expect from him, and
Somebody hasn't played the beginner's guide.
Right, now here's a look at the story trailer for Unknown 9 Awakening.
I can't believe Jeff Keighley's a fake fan.
That tells the story of
It's just Mr. Computer Game. Don't or video
Mr. Computer Game.
Doesn't mean he plays them.
Do you really need this guy? Does he need to be here?
Do you feel it?
I do.
You have to have a ride in Sea Crest or something.
Yeah, people like Jeff Keighley.
Why?
So he's fine.
Because if you need someone to present the show, this is a live event. No. People are here in the audience.
He defended Mass Effect against Fox News once, and that's a lot of goodwill forever.
Does this have anything to do with Vincent is here?
I thought this was like a shareholder thing that we're just watching.
No, it's presented on a stream, but this is also a preview event for people who go, like, journalists and stuff. So.
Oh, okay, that's
what
he said.
Destiny. He said Destiny.
Wow, she punched that guy's spirit.
Yeah, it's mean.
Oh, he's got a cane and everything.
Find your target.
But is it a whip sword cane?
You don't belong here.
You're wrong.
A lot of soul skipping.
The lighting in this game is really interesting.
I do like when games create that that effect where the more distant some stuff is, the more it fades into the background color. I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Vincent found something down there.
Unknown 9 Awakening.
I wonder what kind of game it is.
World together.
Wow, that.
Oh yeah, they're porting Monster Hunter
really
Stories to PC. I forgot about that.
I'll steal your heart.
Oh right, Monster Hunter Pokemon.
Yeah, people like these games.
Sure.
Yeah, that's all I know about them. I haven't played them.
Oh, it's a commercial about a sale.
Wow.
Wait, you could do that? You're allowed to just spend the rest of your.
Yeah, I guess. That's a mustache. He looks like a puppet from Liza P.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that's a good
jealous.
call. Even with the nose.
Yeah.
Feel honored.
Maybe it is.
Liza P.
No.
They're supposed to make a sequel.
Liza
right?
of D.
No, they would.
Who was the new
announce
protagonist supposed to be? I
necessarily.
forgot.
Dorothy from Wizard of Oz.
I hope it's called Liza D.
You're greatest.
It will probably be called like the Path of D or the Yellow
D.
Brick Road or something.
The D Trail. Follow the D. Enter the
This
D.
is the Italian Souls-like. This is Enotria, I think.
The Italian stuff.
No, that's what it's being. What's it called? Enotria. Enotria, the last song.
He just
it's by an Italian studio. It seems really cool, and it's like set in like fantasy Italy.
Oh, his face was his face. Oh, it's off now. Maybe he was a puppet.
Oh no, round bullet
mask.
He wore his face, which was his real face.
Square bullet.
His real fake face that was meat.
No, it isn't.
But one certainty in the cosmos.
Yeah, I was gonna play this. This looks really good. The demo exists and apparently is fucking awesome.
You get a loot.
Yeah, the Bard
Here
class.
live for more Summer Game Fest. The first Descendant, powered by Unreal Engine 5, is a next-gen looter shooter with dynamic cooperative gameplay,
Skip.
including
Ew.
grappling hook mechanics.
No,
Finally
looter
set
shooters.
for release.
They're so
It's like
popular.
it's like
Ew.
it's like when the Netflix skip button pops up and you push it to skip the opening. No, thank you.
This is an indie fund.
Mossfield Archives, a game about building and exploring connections.
Wow. A Strand type game.
Strand type game?
With a single button to press and a ton of buttons to beat.
Oh, he made a 1-button game? Well, my friend Goldvision made a 0-button game, so fucking got on his level.
Where you'll have to customize and master your starfighter, take on merciless armadas, and vanquish a fleet of colossal super destroyers.
And we do have one more game that's very early in development.
Hi, I'm Eka, creative director of Outer Loop Games, makers of Thirsty Suitors and Falcon Age. In our new game, explore the world in an upgradable mech and cook up tasty dishes for local communities. Fight off corpos, discover new dose of recipes, and reunite with your loved ones.
That is every indie game in one game.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it's just every indie game. It's a twee charming indie game that wants to just soak up your engagement and not make you feel anything.
Did they just confirm Among Us 2?
Yes.
Maybe,
well,
yeah.
I think that was just a lady from the Among Us studio saying, hey, we're working on another game.
Showing an Among Us character.
She's holding the Among Us character so we know it's from the Among Us studio.
Yeah. That wasn't a joke, by the way. If anyone remembers who Goldvision is, he went and made a game that's on Steam now called 7 Second Summer Camp, which is a game with no buttons, if I remember correctly. You just look at things, and that's the gameplay mechanics.
Yeah, I don't understand why people even fall for the marketing that, less buttons to click is actually good. Like, what?
Is that a thing people do?
I don't think people fall for that as marketing.
Is that one of society's problems?
Yeah, I don't think they're falling for marketing. I think people legitimately just want games that don't require anything of them. Like, I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Some people just literally want to, it's like junk food. They just don't want any substance. They just want something to fill a need, an itch.
I don't know.
And that's what it does.
Because look
at that's what it does.
We're going a little too hard on a game that I didn't even recognize what it was.
I'm not disparaging it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Like
I have no idea what the one button game was. Was it the Strand type game or was it a different game? I can't even tell which one.
I think the one button one was the space shooter.
Especially space shooters like.
You'll remember that Gold Vision was on this podcast a while back, and he's a pacifist, and so his YouTube channel became about like interacting with games non-violently and so on. Like his favorites for his GTA series, where he doesn't fight things online, and so he made a game called 7 Second Summer Camp, which is a game about meditation, and the gameplay is about like what you look at and so on. By which I mean the act of looking at something is the mechanic that does something. That's all I know about it so far.
I'll have to check
Interesting.
That sounds
Among Us TV show.
Yeah, this stars so many famous people. Deborah Wilson's in this.
Oh, because they all have kids. Yeah, of course.
Because they all have kids?
No, because it's high paying. It's a high paying job. When you're an actor, you take jobs. It's your job.
No.
The animation style is
ironically no voice acting in the trailer. Yeah, I guess there would be an Among Us cartoon. I wonder if that is Among Us doing well? Is it still relevant?
Probably.
Everybody knows what it is.
Look at this. Look at this cast list: Ashley Johnson, Deborah Wilson, Patton Oswalt, Dan fucking Stevens,
Elijah Wood. Well, Elijah Wood's and everything.
Liv Hewson. There's lots of there's 2 Yellow Jackets on here. Interesting.
Yeah. Admittedly, Elijah Wood can't be that hard to get because he was in Red vs. Blue.
Yeah, well, Elijah Wood's just a fun nerd who likes to work on stuff.
Guy. Patton Oswalt also.
I thought they just take jobs, Toaster. It's just a job.
They do.
It is relatively easy to get Elijah Wood and Patton Oswalt in your nerd property.
Yes. Ooh, Yvette Nicole Brown. She's fine.
I'm sure it's fine. I don't think this is a cartoon
not for me, and I don't care.
Watch.
Yeah, I won't watch it. I'm not interested.
Oh,
Sonic.
Shadow. It's actually it's the next Shadow game. It's Shadow Generations.
Finally.
It looks like Sonic 06.
I saw something of this. I can't tell what this means.
3 hedgehogs.
What do you mean?
Who's the third hedgehog?
Because it's also Sonic Generations.
Sonic.
I think it's an HD remake of Sonic Generations with a Shadow expansion.
I think so.
I think it's a sequel. I think it's Sonic Generations 2, basically.
Whenever it shows Sonic, it's the same levels we played last time. Like I remember that boss fight with the thing spinning at you.
One Ultimate Collection.
Which is a little damning because it almost suggests that nothing worthwhile has come out in the Sonic universe since.
But Sonic Generations already got a remake, didn't it?
Yeah, but they can just keep selling it.
Yeah, but you can do it twice. Yeah. Yeah, but this remake has Shadow in it, obviously.
I think that the Sonic half of the Sonic Generations is just Sonic Generations again.
Darius.
And the Shadow part is now you play as Shadow in it.
The Year of Shadow, right?
It looked like something I.
All I know is
it is. You are correct. It is a ground up remake that also comes with like it's like Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, basically. It's like an expanded version.
All I know is that people were losing their shit over a Twitter clip of Shadow getting taunted by the tentacle monster and then voiped through a crazy vortex full of Doctor Strange visuals of all the stuff kaleidoscoping and everything, and I laughed in real life very hard watching that clip because it does all these crazy ambitious visuals like, wow, Sonic's crazy now, right? And then just like the one generic floating road from every Sonic game just drifted into view and then he landed on it and they just started running on the road and it was just a normal fucking Sonic Adventure 2 level. You're like, oh, okay, so it's a waste of time. You just added these like wacky visuals, but then the level itself is just like, what if that one... remember that one Sonic Adventure 2 level with the big floating road and then those rails and then more floating road and then more rails from the Dreamcast? It's this again. I'm like, oh, okay. And then the response I got was, it's Sonic Generations. It's supposed to be the old levels. I'm like, okay. I played this. Not only did I play the game already, I already played Sonic Generations before. Like, why are people hyped about Doctor Strange animation happening for a little bit outside of the gameplay, and then it goes back to just being Sonic Generations, the game they already bought?
Because it looks cool.
I'm so annoyed.
Because it looks cool. That's
so annoyed.
Wasn't Sonic Generations one of the few popular 3D?
Yes,
Sonic?
it's one of the ones that people liked.
Yeah.
Because it takes the good level of every game and then puts them end to end, which is always one of the first 3 levels of each game.
Where I, Paul Atreides, was never born.
Who?
Paul Atreides. Paul
haven't seen
Atreides, the main character of Dune. If you are don't be cultureless. Stop being cultureless.
Sorry, I didn't do it on purpose.
I think
It's not you, it's everyone.
I think none of us have watched Dune still.
It's it's Dune. It's fine.
Dune fucking kicks ass. Dune is great.
No one will watch it with me.
Okay.
Done.
I'm sure
They are done.
I want to watch Dune.
No, the whole series, not just the 2.
Everyone saw Dune without me. No one invited me.
Dr. Yue exposed before his
He has worse
betrayal.
problems than I do.
A world where my father lives.
We were in Ferality yesterday, and there was a bunch of Dune parodies in the furry clips, and none of us understood them because none of us have seen Dune in the entire group. It was me and Ka and Marty, and we were like, "What's going on? Why does this gamer have his microphone in front of his nose?"
No, Muad'Dib. No, Lisan al-Gaib. No, Kwisatz Haderach. All of my visions lead to horror. Except for this one.
The fact that this is a FunCon game
leads to you.
Is weird.
Is that good or bad news?
They did the Secret World.
Oh, but they also
and like
ran into
Age
the ground.
of Conan, I think.
Secret
Dune
World,
open world survival MMO. That sounds about right.
Didn't Secret World nosedive
I don't know.
when it became like the new management supposedly like stripped it of everything that people liked about it or something?
Possibly.
So I was looking forward to trying it someday, but I think the game that I was looking forward to playing someday doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't. Yeah,
It's like-
I think there might be private servers that like
interesting-
revert it, but
Because that was that was always used as the example of like an MMO with super interesting quests that you had to actually think about and discuss to like play. And it turns out that's probably not the most profitable approach. They probably got rid of that.
yeah, people also respond negatively to having to use their brains, especially in MMOs. So it's like
I was looking forward to specifically streaming it and hanging out with my buds and being like, "What do you think's going on here? Let's do the research."
maybe there's a private server we can play. We can do that on. I would be really into it. I'm sure.
Is there a video game?
See, this doesn't look like Dragon Ball to me.
Sure.
This doesn't look like Dragon Ball. You are correct.
See, it's not just because it's anime.
All right, thanks for the Studio Trigger trailer, but what's the video game?
Battle Aces and show you the.
Oh, you can play the original Secret World
it's a MOBA.
still.
That's why.
Action-packed army versus army.
No,
Okay.
that's a strategy game.
Oh, it's a strategy game. I'm like, that's why the trailer looked
Looks
like that,
like
though.
it.
Is because the gameplay is not presentable in that way.
Specific RTS fun to players in 2 major ways. First, we want to amplify both the in and out of game.
Why'd they call it Army versus Army?
And what makes Unitex very cool is not only
Well, that's what it is, right?
find the exact way that they wish to play.
Because it's not PvP, not
be able
PvE.
to experience
Maybe.
an endless possibility of strategies.
Army versus
Second,
Army.
We want to eliminate.
Yeah, it may be
Look, the
something
game-
like
The
totally
game ain't gonna be
realistic
around long enough for you to be concerned
medieval
about
combat
it. It'll
simulator.
be gone by the end of the week.
I'm just saying, like, it tells me that they mean it's not an RTS. Like, they're trying to coin a new term, like a Strand type game. Like, I'm like, what is an Army versus Army? Why'd you say it that way?
It may be like
Is
a
it-
totally
is it-
realistic.
Is it Clash
you know the
Royale?
one?
Is it like Clash of Clans or something? Like one of
Do you
those
know that
mobile-
game
Maybe.
that where you just plop creatures down and let them duke it out?
An
That's what it is.
auto chess?
Destination for
Yeah, well, not auto chess, but it's called well, one of them is the totally realistic medieval simulator or medieval battle simulator or something like that.
Now, after dozens
And
of
just
updates
put
and two
creatures
seasons, we're
in and
unveiling
let them
the
fight.
contestants
I
will
think
be
that's what
going
that
in the
is.
all-new season
But you can
starting
still
next week
affect
on
it
June
if you want.
13th. Sharpen your katanas and welcome to season 3 of the finals.
Oh, who cares? Who cares about this game?
Wait, Why? That game doesn't have katanas. What are you talking about?
I think it does. I think there's melee weapons you can use.
Okay.
Or maybe they're adding them or something. Yeah, it's just like another.
That guy's a Fallout drone. I think the guy with the gun wins.
No,
I think the guy with the gun beats the chef.
The sledgehammer.
I don't think that's really up for debate.
Yeah.
This week in Deadliest Warrior, this random chef gets massacred by a SWAT team. Like, what the fuck? So it's a wacky hero shooter.
Yeah. Have you never seen it?
No.
No, we watched the original trailer for it when we literally were on the podcast that it originally came out with.
I guess I forgot I watched it.
I've seen some streams. It feels very much like
that editing.
It's like an Apex Legends with like destructible environments and stuff. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe it's neat. Hey, it's your favorite
Sam
man.
Lake.
It's your
Sam
favorite
Lake.
man ever.
No, yeah. Yay! I'm excited about this.
Stop copywriting me.
Digital only.
He copyrighted. He's so good.
Well,
I don't think you'll get copyrighted for that. That was a song for Alan Wake.
I don't know.
Editions.
You get copyrighted by the games. You don't.
I'm uncultured. I don't play Alan Wake.
Editions.
He didn't watch Dune.
I'm buying this collector's edition. It's the first collector's edition I'm going to buy in like 50 years.
Starting tomorrow. Next, we promised you some
Where's the trailer?
expansion
Here we go.
content.
Do not skip. It's Sam Lake talking. This man is incredible.
He's talking
and
about
important.
pre-order bonuses and shit.
Springs, a special place, a shifting space.
I'm so excited. I played this yesterday.
Parallel reality.
Wait, you're so excited. I played this yesterday.
It's the DLC to the Game of the Year 2023. This game is amazing. I'm so happy that it exists.
I played this game yesterday. I can't wait.
I spent 3 hours laughing my ass off. This was the funniest game I've played all year.
I can't. It's so funny that he still hires Sean Ashmore. Oh, I call him Sean.
This is gonna get strange.
I was the only one who could save the writer and the fairy.
Oh, it's a franchise-spanning wacky thing.
It's a DLC.
Something was different.
Yes, it's not franchise spanning. It is just Alan Wake 2. This is what Alan Wake 2 is like.
It also had Shan Ashmore and her name
Courtney
Jesse
Hope
from
That's a real shotgun?
Control. There we go.
Yes.
Control's a difficult name for me to remember. It's just called Control.
Really?
Yeah.
God, it was so good. It was so good. I had so much fun playing that yesterday. Alan Wake 2 continues to be the best. It's so good.
I look forward to playing it in 5 years.
Oh, the Xbox, huh?
Seeking mastery over death itself.
Why are we seeing this again? Oh.
Where is my mind?
Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Motherfucker! Another one for the montage. If I was Donkey, my video would be famous enough that people would stop doing this. Or they would do it harder. But I'm not famous, so my montage of Where's My Mind being used too much in trailers is gone on deaf ears. God, the trailer's dead to me. All I'm thinking about is this now. It's the fucking orchestral cover. Oh god. It was the piano and the orchestral in the same trailer. They did both of them. They did both fucking Where's My Mind trailers. Bird, you could have stopped them. It's an Amazon game. You know about me.
Can't.
You motherfucker.
He did it on purpose. He sat in a meeting, listened to someone pitch it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, he's gonna get so mad about that."
Bird saw all of my fucking memes about basalt columns, and then started messaging me because he'd be like in like meetings about game development, and fucking someone would come in with their concept art and be like, "Well, so we've come up with this crazy idea for a level," and they show this place covered in basalt columns, and he'd have to try not to laugh in the middle of this fucking meeting because of me like overexposing him to how much this happens. So I'm just imagining that imagining him being in the
he like was the one
seeing a version of this where the fucking Where's My Mind thing comes in. He's like, and they play the piano cover like, that's probably a really good thing for our trailer. It's really a creative idea. And he's probably like, you know what you should do is you should also put the orchestral version in the same trailer, like just to fuck with me specifically. This is my headcanon. We'll never ask Bird.
Yeah, don't ask him.
We don't need to ask him.
I think he did it on purpose. Sure.
Both annoying covers of Where's My Mind in the same trailer. It's fine. It's an Amazon game. It doesn't matter. No one cares.
Oof.
Speaking of things that don't matter, fucking a gacha game.
If you're watching SGF on TikTok Live right now, you can comment HSR in the chat. A special in-game bundle for Honkai Star Rail of Stellar Jade from TikTok Game Rewards. And speaking of Honkai,
I'm so sorry if anyone's still sleeping in the house that I'm in.
Fantasy RPG just concluded its
I laughed so hard.
Special program a few hours ago. But there's more. A sneak peek at the upcoming
I can't resist the temptation.
Beloved character who is clearly ready for the forthcoming journey with her brand new look.
Oh, okay. Well, I can turn my mind off because it's just another Genshin Impact thing.
It's literally by the same people who did Genshin Impact.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
And this game already exists. This is a game that you can play right now.
I'm sure it is.
This is whenever I look at my friends list on Discord, all of the furry artists are playing this game right now.
Yeah, they're playing Honkai. Yeah, it's like the most popular gacha.
Nightmarish past will disperse.
I don't care, but I also don't get it. I do not understand the appeal of gacha games. There are so many, and they are all 100% unappealing.
So the answer, I did research into this because I was curious about gacha, and I played Limbus Company, which is a gacha game, for like 6 months. It's also like the best gacha game, but the thing that I realized is that gacha games are modern webcomics. That's what it is.
What?
Just a thing you
yes,
check in
that's
on.
What it
really?
is.
It's because
they're just waiting
it's
for
like
the
a low
next,
effort way of like adding
thing?
continuous story arcs.
Yes, so the idea is you're like playing you're monetarily supporting a evolving narrative.
So you're saying it's Final Fantasy 11?
No, what? It's not like Final Fantasy 11 at all. It's like, I mean, they have a lot in common with MMOs for sure, but it is much closer to the sort of delayed engagement of a webcomic where it's like, we are all participating in a community action over the course of a period of time while we wait for the next update. And it's constantly iterating on that, giving you like little drip feed of like, here's one page of the webcomic, but it's like a little tiny update once every week, like things like that. So that's what gacha games are.
This is Grimrocky.
Yeah, definitely not what I'm looking for.
Nope.
It's not Grimrock though.
Is this game?
No, this is not.
Why does this game sometimes look like it's on a grid and sometimes it doesn't? I guess it's not. Okay. Oh, it looks so much worse now. Oh my god. It looked a little rough, and now it looks really rough. This looks like an NFT game.
It looks very...
Oh my god.
This looks like it's playable in the metaverse.
This reads to me as very different. This reads to me as very different than what... I mean, I know what you're saying. This game's also early access, I think. I think you can play this right now, or there is a demo or something. This reminds me of Wizardry and Dark Messiah. Those are the games that this reminds me of.
Yeah, it's an old school dungeon crawler thing, but the presentation is so jank that and like barely working that it gives the impression that it's currently playable in the metaverse.
Yes. I think it's just early access. I think it's on the Epic Games Store. Am I wrong about that?
It also,
I think I saw something for this.
It's rough for me to go back to just fantasy, like like the
it's
like
a free game. What?
Like it's hard for me to accept going back to a game that just does the like generic fantasy setting and nothing else is there. You're like, there's no flavor to it. Like there was a skeleton and a knight and a dungeon and an ice dragon. You're like, okay.
Oh, what? You can't just appreciate toast? It has to have something on it? Jeez.
Yes, actually, yeah. I am not a big fan of just toast.
I am completely the opposite. As I get older, I don't need my fantasy to secretly be something else. Like I kind of just want Frank
No, not
Frazetta
secretly.
art.
I just mean like your fantasy setting to have like a flavor to it. Like what?
Sure.
Going back, it feels when you go back to the template, you're like, oh, it's like playing the game The Quest. It's called The Quest, and it's a first-person grid-based walk-around game where you kill guy with sword for the gold, and you're like okay, what's we're gonna bring to the table? What's happening now? You're like, no, this is it. You get a bow and shoot a goblin. You're like, okay,
I think that makes sense.
I love the idea, though. I love your enthusiasm. You show up to do a normal job, and you're like, no, but what? Where's the aliens? And you're like, okay, but I just need you to take the trash out.
Even the bare minimum of like World of Warcraft, you get there and you're like, oh, it's you got the kobolds and they got they're weird little rats with the candles on their heads and
I'm
they
sure
yell
there's
things at you.
I'm sure there's an overarching story or something. Like
yeah, but the trailer was the time to show something that was like different from the template of fantasy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it did. It showed some weird stuff, which was like mechanical. Like I think it was just trying to show you the gameplay, which it did show us.
It feels like a publisher design trailer.
Yeah.
Right there.
Like as shown by Baldur's Gate 3, even D&D is way weirder than the fantasy template at this point.
Just as a note, though, the publisher is the developer of this particular game. Published and developed by the same person. But
then
nice.
Then I don't know why they chose like that.
Because it's an FPS PvPvE and the dungeon crawler where you play weird. It seems to it's closer to something akin to like a Path of Exile, looking at like it's like a looter type game sort of, and you party up with your friends. So it's really just trying to be like, hey, you can play this with your friends right now. Here's some things for your eyeballs to look at. This is not me defending it because I'm looking at this game.
No, it's explaining I understand
I'm looking at the.
It didn't look good. That's all.
Yeah,
I can say.
It is early access as well, and it is free because it's early access. I am looking at its Epic page, and it looks like not the kind of game that I want to play. It looks bad. Wow. I don't care. This looks lame. Who gives a shit? Why am I saying this?
Anyway.
What is this?
Have you heard of Yokai?
Is this the new the game that people kept saying was going to be Onimusha, but actually isn't Onimusha at all? The new Capcom one? Is it Capcom?
You.
I'll know when I see the title.
Batsu.
Punishment. That's not actually his name. Yeah, Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess.
Capcom.
I thought this game looked bad.
Yeah.
It's just color explosion on the screen. Is this the new game by the Solar Ash guy, the Heart Machine? Yes, it is. This is the Hyperlight.
Hyperlight.
The new Hyperlight. Yeah.
I saw Tail.
Yeah. It's got like a furry guy.
I saw Tail.
You want to play this with me, Keith?
They don't have letters.
Tails.
Oh,
there's more tails.
We can play it. We can play it with me, Keith, and one other person.
Wait, that's a Tanuki.
Yeah, full campaign co-op. Let's play this. I'll play this game.
I'll play co-op Tanuki.
What is it?
The new Hyperlight Drifter. It's Hyperlight Drifter 2. I don't remember the name of it, but
we'll know soon.
I don't think I
Explore,
played.
collect, use the Breath of the Wild glider.
That's a long name.
Hyperlight Breaker. That's what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I.
We could use a second game to play sometimes.
Hyperlight Drifter is really good.
I don't know if I actually played Hyperlight Drifter.
Oh god, the headbutt.
It's Gang Beasts, but a different game.
Yeah, it's Gang Beasts.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's always a little sad when you can see the exact game that someone's being.
Yes.
They should just say the exact game.
It's one thing it's just the same developer reusing their ideas, but when somebody else uses the idea, you're like, okay, man, someone else made Overcooked. You didn't need to make Overcooked also. That's kind of rude.
I mean, it seems kind of rude. Someone already made it. Why did you steal it from it?
It just comes across a little... wow, that's just the level for FOMO Party.
This kind of stuff exhausts me.
Well, you's a crazy party animal, don't you know?
I feel bad because not every game can be successful, but every game takes a lot of effort.
This is just why.
Yeah.
And this just reminds me of why I don't like Pal World. It's just like no artists worked on this game.
I think this is by the same people.
What?
It's Pal World? No way.
No, not as Pal World. That's the people who did Gang Beasts, I think.
Okay, well that's good.
Oh, this is
them.
I could be wrong. I'm looking.
Of these completely
nope. It's by the developers of Skybox VR video player. Or the publisher.
And the city of San Amsterdam have
VR.
been better.
Was that what you said, dude?
Party Animals is already out. It's a full price game. It's $30.
Everybody here at M Corp
loves
this town.
That's not full price.
I meant it's a game you pay for, a real video game that you pay for to play.
Okay. Saying we're selling the city for scraps. That makes me sick. That makes my whole family sick to their stomachs. My wife hasn't been on the toilet for weeks because of what you're saying about what M-Corp's doing to this town. All those lies.
What the fuck?
Why are we watching this?
Stop crying!
Acting.
Right? This is business. Look around.
I think the
pal.
acting
This
is
how
possible.
businesses are run.
I-
You should have known that when you were hired on. Okay.
No.
Jack, tissues. Come on, pal. Ah!
Why is everyone acting like this?
Yeah, I know this character. I know the skit format.
That's
so what's
actually a
the
home issue. We love it.
Is this what it's like to watch The Office? This is The Office?
No.
Is that the guy from Detroiters?
Is this as good as
That
The
is.
Office?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's what's his name? Tim Robinson. Yeah.
I like the little joke of the leader in creative accounting.
This is a trailer for a game.
All right. Welcome back to Summer Game Fest, and now let's.
Is it a game where you do spreadsheets carefully? Or
No,
something?
it's not a game about spreadsheets. It's the new Skate.
What the?
Yeah.
What just happened?
Huh? What the
Yeah.
fuck? What am I watching? What?
Yeah.
Was it a joke about how they dissolved as a company and are back now or something?
I think it's making a joke about how EA destroys the game industry, yada yada, and now you're skating in the corporate wasteland as an act of rebellion.
They spend more time on that than showing skating. That's a wild
Keith,
approach to advertising.
Skating mechanically is not interesting. We have not progressed in the 100
No,
years.
I summoned this
skate
evil.
rules.
I summoned
Skate
this
rules.
evil. God damn it.
We can you can literally just skip this.
Was that
You
a
can just skip
Growlithe?
this.
That was just a Growlithe.
Yeah.
Well, what do you expect?
If that's Shadow the Hedgehog back there.
Here's my hot take. I don't really care if Pal World is plagiarism. I do like the designs. But I just hate Pal World. Like that's the problem with Pal World for me.
Yeah.
Why would I play this
Not
game?
a fun game. It's
For me,
like
it's both.
incredibly unfun.
It looks like it plays like garbage, and the monster designs are pretty bad.
Oh, I like the monster designs. I think they look like Pokemon.
I don't like that name Pokemon to begin with.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, great. Look at all this farming I can do.
What a
in these
noisy
new
design.
environments with all these new animals.
Yeah, like the idea of playing Pokemon in this gameplay style is just not it for me. Like, Pal
What
World
is this? What is this? You see
Pal
that
World
shit?
is a really good example of a game where I'm like, I have criticized every Pokemon game since the originals because they're just the same game and they don't do anything in there for babies. But then they're like, okay,
that Pokemon. Fuck off,
yeah,
dude.
that's a Pokemon.
That's not even.
They evoked the visual of a Pokemon Stadium fight with them being across from each other like a JRPG party, but then immediately just becomes a mess of them running around fighting because it's not that.
high on the Steam charts.
But
congrats to
the thing with Pal World though is that like
that was high on the Steam charts. Congrats to Pal World. he sounds psyched.
He sounds very convinced. Yeah,
thanks, Jeff. Always appreciate it.
It's just it's just such a sad situation because like Pokemon I think like hasn't actually iterated at all. I really like Pokemon competitive battles. I think those are cool and like there's cool design there, but like the games themselves didn't do anything new for years and years and years. And now finally someone's like, we're gonna do Pokemon and we're gonna change the gameplay and make it better. And then it's just like, no, not like this. No,
My
I
level of
hate this.
engagement
Why?
with Pokemon is that my friends like to draw them.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason to care that new ones come out. Is they're like, oh,
Yeah.
it's Urshifu. He's got a flap. This'll go well.
Wait, Urshifu? Who?
Urshifu is a Pokemon. Yeah.
Is the There's a martial artist duo in Sword and Shield expansions, and it's a big bear man with a like a chest like tabard thing that goes over his shoulders and then down, and he has a crotch flap, and I'm like, oh well, the artists are gonna have fun with this one.
I see.
I don't need to know that Valorant's on console. Why is Valorant on console the longest trailer? It's just Valorant. Oh, we're definitely not watching the Inside Out movie trailer
money.
because that's a movie trailer and will get us taken down.
You cooped up watching video game announcements. And yes, Chicken does look a lot like Ken Jeong. And today, Chicken is excited to share a new game that Chicken and Chicken's buddies are in.
Why are we watching mobile game ads?
I'm vetoing this one.
I don't.
This is literally a mobile game ad. We don't need to watch this.
Is there anything worth watching?
Monster Hunter Wilds. This is the one everyone was excited about.
Monster Hunter series producer.
There we go.
Mr. Ryozo Tujimoto. Ryozo-san.
Finally.
These subtitles
a real
are not ready.
video game.
These subtitles are not ready for Japanese.
Do we want to do the Xbox showcase after this? Because a lot of big games got announced there.
If you have specific ones, it's already been an hour and a half.
I'm putting trailers in podcast.
Oh, we did this the last time around as well, I think.
Thank you, Jeff. Hello, everyone. We've prepared a very special trailer today for Summer.
I like Monster Hunter.
I want everyone to be on the lookout for
I don't
a
need
very
to see a trailer for one, though,
monster near the end
to be
of the
honest.
trailer, as it's an important monster within the game.
I know what it'll be.
はい、本作ではですね、没入感とアクションこちらの融合を目指して。
Do you though? Are you confident you know exactly what it's going to be?
I guess they revealed Palamutes last time, and that was exciting.
シリーズ XS.
I really thought I was closer to the trailer than I was. Oh my god, I was way off.
No, you were way off.
Capcom presents.
I think I've come to terms with the fact that I don't give a shit about Monster Hunter.
That's fine.
It's Destiny for people who like monsters that look like rocks.
It's Whoopsol boss fight.
Can't do this alone!
It's Whoopsol boss fight, and they always tragically include one really bad siege mission that you have to farm to get something. And
yeah, I just don't like the aesthetics of Monster Hunter. I think is like a big thing. Like I think it's just so over-designed and ugly, and like the tribal mishmash just doesn't read to me. Like I find it just very hard to look at.
Pew pew.
Make it to the rocks, we may lose them.
Maybe I should play as a gun person next time to try to understand why anyone plays as the gun person. Because it sounds like it has to be boring.
Why would you pick that then if it's boring?
Because people keep playing them and they keep keeping them.
It's not boring. It's actually kind of fun. It's like an interesting way of engaging compared to other
because like the game just feels like it's built around dodging around a thing and hitting it with the melee weapons. So the fact that they have ranged classes and keep them makes me think there's got to be something to them. Yeah.
There is, and it's because the way you engage is very different, and they're very high commitment, even though you would think they wouldn't be. Like, you have to really care about positioning. It's like any of the positioning weapons.
The hunter is here. Just watch.
So I'll be very bad at it. I had a lot of fun playing as the Lance and the Gun Lance.
And wasn't that also like a
shield and sword
low meta?
I always dodged around the shield and sword for years because it looks like the generic weapon that's probably relatively boring as a baseline, and it turns out it's just really fun.
It is.
It's just really
good.
It's just a really fun weapon.
What is this? This looks like Neo.
Neo is a good call.
Still looks like
it's not Neo, but it looks like it.
S game.
Oh, I know what this is.
Wall running.
41. The face of this is here.
Ooh. Yeah, it's this one. The Chinese what's the name of what's Wuxia Sekiro-like. It is similar to what's it called?
Yep, second bar.
Yep.
They got 2 bars. You know what that means.
We'll see if it's better than the incredibly terrible game that I played last year. One of the worst games that I played last year. What was that called?
Wulong?
Wulong, thank you.
Yeah.
As soon as you mentioned terrible game, I'm like, I've never played it, but I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, Wulong was abysmally bad. I hope this isn't as bad as Wulong.
Commander Cleave.
God, I find
that's very funny.
The over the top level of like wuxia combat to be just completely unreadable. Like I think it's so hard to care about.
Just start spamming counter and hope for the best.
That's literally what I did in Wolong. Is like you just tap the dodge and parry button and pray. Phantom Blade Zero, that's what it was called.
At this rate, there's gonna be so many games that make you parry that I'm gonna have to actually learn how to parry at some point.
Parrying is
I
all
somehow
down to
beat
how
Sekiro
readable.
and Liza P without ever getting good at it.
How you could do that with Liza P is I guess they did make the game
it
easier.
It is easy
but...
to watch. The evidence is there. I literally started doing better at that game when I stopped trying to parry and started just playing it like a Souls game again. Right, I have been sent
parry in Souls games.
I don't parry in Souls games.
You don't have to, but that's the beauty. It's a game made. It's a game made for multiple play styles.
So, you want to know all about heroes, do you? Well,
Fable.
Have come to the right place. Because who better to
wait? Are they making one?
Yeah, it's the Fable remake.
Greatest hero.
Oh, it's a remake. Oh,
it's not a remake. It's like a reboot, but.
There he is.
Okay, yeah.
In all his finery. Cheers.
I'm just not sure what the identity of Fable is.
Game by Danae Carter and Peter Molyneux. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
because Peter Molyneux's not even involved anymore, right?
No,
that's a bonus though. They should advertise that.
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
I'm not even being salty or anything. That's actually.
Yeah. This does look
no longer being made by
visually pretty.
Peter Molyneux, last seen pictured sobbing as he broke down to an interviewer about all the lies that he told to people.
I kind of find this charming already.
Yeah, I liked the first trailer.
I like the first Fable a lot.
I did too.
Life and death stuff.
I did.
Like I like a storybook fantasy game. Like I think that's fun, cute.
Really stays with you.
This is charming.
I took her in when she had nowhere else to go. Welcome to the most exclusive club in all of Albion. Thought I'd get her out there, make the most of her gift. But you know what it's like when you're young and you have a point to prove. I tell you, this kid...
Chicken chaser.
Chicken chaser.
The talent. The power.
Oh,
would you like a sword or a sister?
That's cool.
Moral choices in Fable.
They watched HEMA videos. So that's how you know.
Knew this girl once who made all the wrong choices.
Humphrey. She's back.
Neat.
Yeah.
I'm going to fix it, this place. And no one is going to stand in my way.
I think she's a stand-in for the
Is it Jack
character.
of Blades? Wow. This Fable, she is literally the main character.
Oh,
she is the character.
Not custom?
Yeah, it's not custom. I mean, you play as her, I think. Yeah.
That seemed charming.
Like we saw actual gameplay, I think, in the trailer. In this trailer,
I'm just like I played three Fable games. And it's really hard for me to think back and like grasp a specific identity for them, of like what it means to bring Fable back.
Yeah, Fable 2's contextual combat killed me.
The most memorable thing about Fable to me is Fable 1 having the 3 attack types, and if you kill people with one type, then you got experience for that type of attack.
Yep.
And then Fable 3 had the gold room. And also did amusingly do the thing like, oh yeah, you think I'm a bad ruler? Fuck you. You're the ruler now. The game keeps going. Now you have to fix the thing I was trying to fix. Fuck you. Which was an amusing premise. I feel like it didn't really... It wasn't that interesting in practice, but yeah, in the third game you depose the evil ruler, and then you find out that there was a big evil thing that he was specifically preparing for, and that's why he was kind of ruthless. He was functionally like the player in Frostpunk, like running this place, knowing the looming threat. And so now you know the looming threat, and you have to you essentially choose to recreate or defy what he was doing in preparation for that threat. And that's an interesting premise. I don't think in execution it was just some Western RPG levels that you fight through, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, okay.
But they always have funny quirks. Like you had a treasury, and as the treasury went up or down, this literal room filled and emptied with gold, and you could literally reach or not reach certain like chests in the room, even for player rewards. They always have some goofy ideas, but I always forget 90% of the game after I beat it. I never tell you the plot of Fable 1 or 2.
Yeah, I never played Fable 3.
Yeah. I just remember Fable 2 ending with like the choice of, do you want this sword or your sister? You can have the sword, but you got to stab your sister with it. And that was all I remember of the entire story of the first game.
That feels like a straightforward choice. Or I guess if you're not role playing, it is also a straightforward choice. Because if you're not role playing, who cares about the sister? What's the consequence of her dying?
I feel like more people remember Chicken Chaser than the plot of Fable 1.
Probably. Yeah. I like Jack of Blades. I think Jack of Blades is cool.
Wasn't he the second game's guy?
No.
Shit.
He's the bad guy from Fable 1, and also he was in the trailer just now, I think. He was the shadowy red cloaked guy at the end.
Fuck.
You mentioned his name.
Yeah. He's cool. He's got a cool outfit. He might have been in Fable 3 as well. I don't know. I never played that game, but he's got a cool mask, and he's evil, and he looks neat. He wears a red cloak. He's neat. Just one of those things that sticks out from that game that I played when I was a literal child.
It's so fucking old now.
It is old. We're old people. I'm playing a game. Sorry, I'm going to use this as soapbox.
You were what, 8?
I wasn't a child.
Probably. No, I was older than that. Hold on. Let's see. Fable 1 came out in not 2014. That is not correct.
No, 2006 or
2004. It was 2004. Yeah.
It's in the same year as KOTOR?
I was 11.
Xbox One.
I was 14. Yes,
I was 11 years old.
I was 17, actually.
Fable 1 is the reason why I bought my first graphics card.
No,
because I played it on PC and my computer couldn't render the water and it crashed every time I tried to get out of the part where it says Chicken Chaser because there's a puddle that has reflections. And then I bought a new graphics card. Yeah,
for me it was
Fable.
Oblivion. My first graphics card was Oblivion that made me buy. I mean, I bought my first PC, but still.
Trailers.
Yep.
I can't believe it came out in the same year as KOTOR.
I swore I'd never use my power again.
Yeah, there was the whole ending about it.
Game.
It's Life is Strange 1, 2.
Are all of the comics canon?
It seems to be following up from the comic. It's literally the sequel to Life is Strange 1. That's Max.
Because I read the comics.
No. Oh, no.
I read the Life is Strange comics, everybody. I'm confessing this to everyone.
Why?
Why is it
because Life is Strange is good. Let's do it. Let's go.
No.
Trusts me. But my friend Safi.
But yeah, it seems to be building off of the comics, which is intriguing.
So why can I still hear her voice?
Because this timelines thing is what happens in the comics.
I somehow
shifted
into a parallel timeline here.
Okay, well, she doesn't know she does that apparently, though.
The danger stops.
Even though in the comics she's done it a lot already.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to play with that.
Both realities.
Hang on. Parallel world?
It's the same as this one, except you're dead.
Why doesn't she sound any older?
Still save Safi.
Same voice actress.
Yeah, but why doesn't she sound any older? She still talks like an awkward 16-year-old.
Same murder. Across two.
The voice actor never got older. What do you want?
I feel like the voice actor should be playing her a little older. It's a little weird to have her sound so young. But yeah, the comics, for those who don't know, they took the question of which ending is canon in Life is Strange 1, and they said yes.
They said both, yeah, because it's literally split realities.
Yeah, they have specifically, I think they had the Max that killed Chloe go back, get warped into a reality where not only is Chloe alive, but the girl Amanda's alive. Or was her name Amanda?
No,
the previous the Before the Storm person that you're investigating the death of in the entirety of Life is Strange 1. So both of them are alive, and they're in love with each other. I can't remember her name.
No,
but Chloe and her ex-girlfriend are both alive and they're dating and having a happy life together. And so Max spends time in that timeline, but also is kind of being Rachel, and she's kind of being ripped between different realities throughout it. It's like I've only read the first 4 volumes, and there's like 6 now or something. But that's a whole.
People
other
like those
universe.
comics a lot.
They're cute.
Yeah, people
nice.
like them.
And I guess they must have really liked the idea because they're using the exact premise here, where now the next Life is Strange is now Max hopping realities, which is the thing from the comics and not the previous game.
Well, from what I understand, so this is obviously a big time skip. The reason why I knew this trailer came out is because I had a friend who was live blogging the Xbox Game Show to me, because it's happening literally as we record this podcast.
Oh.
And they were like, new Life is Strange, time skip after comics and after the games. Max gave up using her powers, and now the things are happening again. It looks like it's happening after the comics. And I was like, oh, neat. That's all I knew.
The conversation surrounding Life is Strange amongst queer people has been the most interesting thing about it for like the last 10 years. The sort of back and forth and sort of a little bit of almost like this Madoka Magica discourse about actually no, the bad ending's the good ending, and the continuous reappraisal of what's happening in the narrative.
Wait, there's Madoka Magica discourse saying that the bad ending is the good ending. I need to read.
No, I'm saying akin to Madoka Magica's stuff, because the only thing I know about that thing at all is its ending.
Yeah. Life is Strange's discourse has been interesting. It has been neat to see people reapprise that series as it has gone on.
And also as our audience literally grows up from being 16 to being 30.
Yes. They're neat games. They're interesting games.
I would like a co-host to play them with, because it was kind of sleepy to play the first series alone.
I'll do that with you because I like those games.
Yeah.
I've played every single one that has come out, so that could be fun.
When I was playing Captain Amazing Man or whatever,
Captain Spirit,
the little boy, I fell asleep and edited it out. I literally passed out for a bit while playing it, because these games have such slow walk around gameplay in a uniquely sleepy way, and everyone talks in a slightly dreamlike way. It's not point and click adventure sleepy. It's not point and click adventure specifically. No, I'm saying the genre is. I'm saying it's not because of the genre. When you're playing as Guybrush Threepwood, your little walk around stuff has a better pacing to it. But Life is Strange is so specifically slow and dreamy and wander around this big sandboxy room for a little while, and then everyone kind of just goes, "Hey Max, how's it going, man?" And it's such a specific tone that it literally knocks me out.
I wish I didn't have a sleep disorder so that I could fall asleep on command like people like you.
I'm somebody who struggles to sleep at night, and I specifically fall asleep to things
Obviously
like this
not.
happening at me. No, I lay down in bed, then I can't sleep for hours, but fucking Life is Strange, Captain Spirit, fucking punk.
Yeah.
Put on a Let's Play then. Put on a Let's Play of this game where no one's playing it. You're just like, it's just
my sleep aid for the next
It's funny because I have done that exact thing to try and sleep, and it does not work for me. It definitely is a vibe.
No,
But
it's like a specific. It's a specific form of technically playing a video game, but it being so low impact that you just kind of start zoning out. Because the other video game I remember falling asleep during specifically is Resident Evil 6, during the part where you're playing as Ada Wong in a helicopter fighting the T-Rex, and Leon's the real person fighting the T-Rex, so it barely knows you exist. So you're just circle strafing in a circle while holding down attack the entire time, and I just fell asleep in the middle of that fight. It should be cool that you're a helicopter fighting a meat T-Rex, but it's so boring and unengaging that I fell asleep playing the level.
Wow.
Literally a boss fight.
Yeah.
It's
literally a boss. It's literally a boss fight, but Resident Evil, that era of Resident Evil was so unengaging that you couldn't even tell if you were hurting the bosses.
I think I skipped I remember skipping a bunch of the boss fights when I was watching your Let's Play of Resident Evil 6.
In my videos. You could skip the boss fights. Yeah. I guess you could skip them with the Resident Evil 5 rocket launcher. We did that once too. Me and Bird couldn't figure out how to hurt a boss, so we just gave up and shot it with a rocket launcher. Me and Andrew also were falling asleep fighting the final boss of Revelations 2, which we couldn't tell if we were hurting it or not.
This is Doom, isn't it?
This is Doom, the Dark Ages. It's Doom Quake. Let's go.
Quake is already Doom.
Are they going to remove the fucking upgrade system? Get it out of there. The new Dooms are so
they're not
loaded.
Change
they have too much fucking shit in them. Just give me a gun.
Not gonna remove.
That's all I want. I don't want all this other shit.
I'm pre-exhausted by any Doom stuff now because of this conversation surrounding Marauders being so fucking annoying in the last game.
This looks great. I love
I'm very excited.
Doom fans are so fucking annoying at anybody who had trouble with Marauders and says that they're annoying.
Well, who were the Marauders?
They're
an enemy that
destroyed
makes
the
you
flow of the game and had a tutorial that lied about how to fight them.
Okay. But
like that whole game, every time an enemy shows up, you have a forced tutorial pop up to read about how to fight them, and then the Marauders tutorial just lied. It was just wrong. They had a shield.
What was the Marauder?
They had a shield and a ghost dog.
I don't think I fought them. I played very little of the second Doom.
They look like this, Colonel.
You would, if you played through 2, you would remember them because they're oppressive.
No, I played very little of the second one, so I didn't fight them. I don't think.
I will play this probably.
They suggested videos. Would you like some Jenny Nicholson or some Jenny Nicholson or some Jenny Nicholson?
To the point of To the point that Andrew
Weird Al
was
getting hit with a giant dick. What is that?
That looks like a slow-mo guy's video. But it's like Weird Al getting punched by a frozen condom.
Yeah.
To talk to Andrew's point about just give me a gun and remove the upgrade system. Doom.
This is my first time watching this.
Ooh. The new Dooms are fundamentally different shooters than the original Dooms, and I don't think they're going back just because they're successful.
No, I'm sure they're not, but I think the first new
But you're right,
Doom
though.
was
I
better
agree
than
with you.
the second new Doom.
Oh, yeah, because they're just doubling down.
Seduction and the betrayal.
That was suggestive.
Elden Ring.
The seduction.
This is the Elden Ring trailer, the story trailer for the DLC. America pulling out golden strands. Was that Godwin's corpse? I don't know.
I don't remember the story. That's fine.
Did you ever know the story to remember it?
No, I did not.
Born.
Is this talking about how Radigan was made? That's cool.
What followed was a war unseen.
Because he didn't put it in the game, otherwise we would have seen it.
It's all in the game.
In Dark Souls, it wasn't a war unseen. Dark Souls 2.
Yeah.
It was a war you've seen.
Exactly.
I've seen it so good.
No, the plot of Souls games are just not why I play Souls games, so it's not something I focus on.
I recognize that enemy.
Oh, damn. That's crazy.
You don't. That's a new enemy.
Well, he looks like the other ones.
The Dark Blades? Yeah.
Oh, that's scary.
Hello?
Dark Blade Assassins.
Was that a puppet?
No, that was a lion dog. You see them in the base game.
But he was moving weird like a puppet.
That's just how they move in the base game.
So this is the knife or the shattered glass knight or whatever it was called.
What?
The night where they killed the gods.
Oh, the Knight of Black Knives? No, this is referring to something else.
Finally, Mikula would abandon everything.
I need to review the story as best I can before the DLC to get caught up.
Just play the whole game over again. Come on.
That would not work.
That's not. Yeah,
that's
not
what I'm doing. But you don't need to. You don't need to play the whole game over. You just need to get to Altus Plateau. You need to do Moog and Radon to unlock the DLC.
But we are not.
No, he meant to understand the story, and my point is that didn't work the first time either. None of these people have a muzzle. Failed party.
But their names all start with the same letter, so don't worry.
Why isn't any of them a wolf? I'm mad.
Mikula should have a wolf because he is an Empyrean, and we never met Millennias either. So there's a very good chance that we will meet them. And if Mesmer is also
wait, I just got up with this.
Yeah.
It comes out on 621, and there's going to be it'll renew the wave of Blythe art on 621.
And there's Mesmer has snake tails. I wonder if he's related to the Godskins. Probably not. Or the Gloam-eyed Queen, maybe. That's interesting. Yeah.
He's a puppet.
I don't think he is.
He's a puppet. He's like the like Eastern dragon parade puppet.
I think that's what he looks like, but it is just one of the.
It is an actual.
No, there's
monster.
legs. There's little man. There's little man leg.
Little man.
Look at the little man legs. See him?
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
He's an Eastern dragon puppet type thing.
No. I think he's grafted. I think he's grafted.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
I think it's one of the lion heads from Godric's group grafted onto a person. That's
honestly,
interesting.
I love him. He's so goofy.
With the first boss being a grafted,
he's such a goofy
man. I really
thought
thought that the game was gonna go into that sort of body horror with the monster design, but unfortunately,
because the graft is just one faction. It's just Godric's group. They're grafting with corpse
and
wax.
even it's just so busy a design that you can't really. You need to be looking at renders to appreciate. Or, at least a photo mode or something.
There's a lot of interesting detail to the grafted enemies.
All the enemies.
It's so hard to look at this guy because it's a fucking motion blurred rendered trailer.
Yeah,
I just want to look at him. What the fuck is his deal?
Yeah,
I like monster designs. Look at the sad monster creature.
He looks very Ludwig. He looks like Ludwig a lot.
I immediately thought of Ludwig when I saw him, and I felt bad because I was literally about to be like, "Look, it's the dancer. Look, it's Ludwig." I need to stop talking, or Toast is gonna get mad.
No, it's fine. It's interesting because he looks like, I think he is grafted. I think basically what the trailer just said is that in the lands of Shadow, which is this location that we never go to, Mesmer waged a purge, like a war. Mesmer is the guy with the DLC. Silhouette. It is really good.
That's really
so he burned part of the Shadowlands apparently, and it looks like they're fighting grafted or Omen, maybe Omen grafted. That's interesting because you see all the horns, the aspects of the Crucible all over this guy. So maybe the people here were cursed. Oh, maybe he's probably fighting Miquella's forces. These might be Miquella's forces. That's intriguing. This is intriguing. There's so much here to learn about. I guess it would make sense to be fighting Miquella because Miquella marched into the Lands of Shadow.
It's literally coming out in a week, so
yeah, it's coming out in 13 days, I think, right?
It's definitely not a functional jaw.
Yeah.
Well, it's functional in the sense that you can see it and be spooked by it.
Yeah, and I'm saying like its hinges don't make sense. Like something's up with this creature.
It's spooky.
So I wonder if Miquella took the dregs of other grafted and other Omen groups that were. Oh, it might be related. This might be like a Leonine misbegotten type. That's interesting.
I wish that fight was more commonly encountered when intended. Because he seems cool, but everyone walks in and then two shots him and is like, oh.
I did that. Castle Morn on the Weeping Peninsula.
It's the southern area, but
yeah.
You're discouraged from going there because there's a giant siege bridge in your way. You're like,
they need.
Maybe I won't go there yet.
It's an early game area that.
It's
weird.
So low level. It's so low.
It's very low level. It's meant to be done like first, which is why you go down there and you do that.
But I didn't. But commonly, you'll probably end up going. People got discouraged by the bridge, then would go north and do the whole like first big castle, and then they'd probably just keep going north up to the lakes.
It's just weird. It's just weird that they would do that because there's like 4 enemies on that bridge. Mesmer's so cool. He's got a cool design.
What do you mean? It's weird.
It's weird to not go down there. It's a low level area.
It's a big ballista.
Yeah, that shoots in a straight line, so you walk beside it.
I think at the same time is the fact that it's a bridge, which means, this is a new thing if you have a bridge. And I'm like, no, I'm still exploring my thing right now. This area that I'm in, I haven't explored it completely, which is the way I did it. I did the first area completely, and then I went down south. But I was already level 50.
Those are high effort spikes. Oh, goodness.
He is Mesmer the Impaler.
It is the old tree, right?
This is the Halig tree.
I can't.
Or at least an attempt at it, I think.
Yeah, so it's not the actual tree that you see at the beginning of the game. It's the one that they made.
Yeah.
They made the new tree out of that one, potentially.
I'm scared.
Why?
What do you mean?
Every DLC that From Software has ever made is a difficulty spike from the base campaign.
Yes.
Yeah.
And from
Is that Miquella?
Elden Ring broke me. It was so fucking hard.
That's
the new
Trina.
DLC is going to be basically impossible. It's just, there's going to be 3 people in the world that are going to be
like. If you think about the hard encounters before, it was like fucking Artorias, and then it was Fume Knight, and then it was everything in Dark Souls 3's DLCs, and now it's going to be like, what the fuck?
Dark Souls 2's DLCs were also very hard.
Yeah,
I said Fume Knight.
I think
and Sir Alon, yeah.
Sir Alon was so good.
So I'm terrified of harder Elden Ring. I'm really unhappy right now, actually.
You don't have to play it. I mean, you can do it. You have to play it. You absolutely have to
I'm excited.
I'm not gonna play it.
I'm excited to play this in first person and be able to look at all the details. That's Saint Trina. That's a character that was like.
Oh yeah, because the lily. That's the flowers.
Those are the flowers. And when you cast people into sleep, Dream Mist with all the lily petals appears.
But wait a minute, isn't Saint Trina supposed to be Mikla as well?
Yes. So every character has different aspects, and Saint Trina appears to be an aspect of Mikla. So it's cool that we're seeing Saint Trina for the first time in the Mikla DLC. That kind of confirms that idea. So
semi-confirms.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm curious how much more we'll learn about Saint Trina in this DLC.
It's all going to be made up and just new rules put on you.
I'm excited about that.
I don't like that too much. Because it's almost and then type storytelling, but not really. Because
given how much of Saint Trina was cut out of the main game, it
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it would make sense that they would feature it here. I'm curious how much of this stuff involved, because the lore behind Saint Trina is that she put people into sleep to calm the flame of frenzy, and if Mesmer is related to the flame of frenzy, given how closely related he is to fire here. That could be an interesting evolution for Mikla, who was there. He's basically the kind Empyrean who gave people solace and an alternative to the Erd Tree's oppression, especially of the Omen and the Misbegotten and all of these other races. So and possibly even the Grafted, people who were taken because we knew that Godric was doing that to his forces, kind of against their will as well. So that's cool. That's an interesting setup. I'm very curious how much we'll see with Saint Trina. My current build in my Elden Ring playthrough to prepare for the DLC is using the Sword of Saint Trina, which is a really bad weapon, but is very interesting.
Where do you get it?
Just in a ruins in Caelid, I think. Sword of Saint Trina. I think it's literally right in. Blah 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 blah.
I never found the face.
What face?
You didn't?
There's a big face.
I did.
The face underneath Stormveil. That's one of the visages of Godwyn. Yeah.
In particular, I think it's one of the promotional screenshots on the Steam page, and I've never found it in the video game. I don't know where it is.
Yeah,
I spent an hour trying to find every single nook and cranny in that castle, and I found the face because of that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have.
So that's the thing that kid's talking about is the visage of Godwyn. It's growing out of a death root that's underneath Stormveil, and that is canonically, at least as far as people can tell, because it has no eyes and no corpse wax on it. It's what Godric is harvesting in order to do grafting, because you graft using corpse wax. So that's cool. That's a cool little moment. I like that weird face at the bottom of the castle.
So it should have corpse wax, but it's all gone because it's being harvested.
Those things produce corpse wax. So you need a source of corpse wax if you're going to be grafting at the scale that Godric was grafting at. So underneath this castle, there is this death root, which is really dangerous, and it's causing the castle to get corrupted. That's why there's all the thorns and all the pockmarks and all the sickness in the castle. But he kept it there, and he was harvesting all the wax out of it in order to do more grafting. It's basically a renewable source, but it's causing damage to the castle that he was living in, and that's why it's all dilapidated, because that was there, because he didn't get rid of it, because he didn't burn it. The Godwyn's visage was forming, and that's also why you get the pustule there. But yeah, anyway, Elden Ring trailer. I'm very excited about this DLC.
We did another. I think we had more things we liked this time than usual.
Yeah.
There was, admittedly, it was also more indie oriented than usual. There was a lot more to see that wasn't just that.
Yeah.
To the point where you could even contrast promising indie thing versus exhaustingly generic indie formula stuff.
Yeah.
We got to see the indie formula and the shooter formula in one stream. Because there's always something that's just you can't bear to look at for its.
What was everyone's standout from the Summer Games Festival? I think mine was Inotria, even though it was just a CG trailer. I thought it looked cool.
It wasn't Cuff Bust, the game you forgot the name of.
I liked the combat feature or the grits with combat game. I forget the name of the game though.
Let's see. Wukong gave us nothing to go on, so I can't really count that one. I did like. What was it called? I did want to see what that one weird setting was, where all those fucking where the all the Blumhouse stuff was interesting too.
Yes,
just to see what that would turn out to be. But there was that game where like the fucking at the end it showed a plane flapping its wings because it's a horrible plane monster. And I'm like,
oh, the bird.
I do want to
plane,
see what that insane setting was. And I'm curious what Wander Stop turns out to be.
Yeah,
we got one more. Then we got one more game to look at.
Oh yeah,
what game?
But I am unfortunately out of time.
Well, you know what? You gotta.
And I'm sure I'll play an free of the last song, and we'll see how that turns out.
We have to get justice for what we deserve to have seen from.
What does that mean?
Game shows past.
Perfect Dark got announced.
Wait, really?
It's only 2 minutes. You'll be fine, Colonel.
Yeah.
It's 3 minutes. But...
Your target is in possession of a radioactive device. Stop Carrington's attack at all costs. Good luck, Agent.
It's so weird to have this franchise coming back.
Is this Joanna herself?
See the world differently.
Yeah.
The Joanna of Dark fame?
I thought it would be like any other mission.
Perfect Dark is still one of my favorite games ever made.
I was wrong.
Head rockets seem dangerous.
Yes.
Wait, Crystal Dynamics, interesting.
It's 23 degrees all day, every day.
What is this, like a space colony?
This immediately just looks like Deus Ex to me, like the new ones.
Forces are all
Yeah.
tracking his whereabouts. You need to find him before they do.
I'll have to improvise.
Detective Vision. I can't wait to just sit in that mode all game.
That's depressing, yeah.
Yeah.
They either recreate the mission structures of the original game or it's literally not worth playing.
Yeah, what is this?
Like, you need to have a big sandboxy level to walk around in and figure out the objectives in.
Alternative.
Are people stupid?
And it
Are
has
people
to not,
too stupid
and it
to
has
play
not
video games
and
anymore?
it has to not feel like tedious Assassin's Creed quests where you follow a guide this close but not too close.
Yeah. Alternatively, if this is like Prey and Deus Ex, it could be cool.
Yeah, if it, you could absolutely make Perfect Dark an immersive sim. That scans.
This feels so linear.
See, I'm watching this and
she just said there's only one way forward, so yeah, you should. That's place value.
That is a rough line to put in your trailer if you're going to imply.
No, I mean
RPGs.
RPGs love putting the "there's no choice" line in them, so you know.
Did you have an option to open that door quietly? I didn't see that prompt for you.
Well, I mean, no, of course not. It's like a curated trailer. I'm curious.
Yeah, I want to know what this actually plays like.
Same.
Pleasure to meet you.
Because it could be Cyberpunk where there really isn't much to do, or it could be Prey, which would be awesome.
Yeah, even if it plays like Dying Light or something like that.
Yeah.
It's at least close to.
It is a lot of daylight for a Perfect Dark game.
No,
this all seems to be just one mission.
Yeah.
See, this gives me immersive sim vibes. If this is like Prey, it could be really cool.
It looks more like it's Dead Island 2.
Oh, I don't know if I agree with that.
It is not. It does not resemble Dead Island 2.
Not resemble. I'm saying like I don't know.
Once you open this door,
combat.
There's no going back.
All right, I gotta drop. Sorry.
Okay.
All right. See ya.
All right.
Bye.
Colonel. Bye.
Perfect Dark.
This could be interesting. Who knows?
No, I'm with Keith. I just want the old combat structure. I'm not interested in some kind of weird. I'm gonna make Perfect Dark new again. Just bring the old shit back. It really
Even
is
more
that
Jenny
good.
Nicholson videos.
Like, yeah.
I mean, I think the old Perfect Dark is good. I just also, if Perfect Dark wants to be an immersive sim, I'm all for more immersive sims.
Yeah.
So,
it just needs to not be shooter missions.
Yeah.
I guess.
Which is what you would mistake Perfect Dark for being if you played it on easy once and never went back and didn't realize what the games actually were doing.
I don't know. I like the I just want like a GoldenEye kind of game.
Yeah, we've been burned before by GoldenEye Reloaded and someone being like, "What if GoldenEye was Call of Duty?" And you're like, "Oh, you just play a linear mission and fuck you, shoot all the guys that are in your way, and then you get to the end. You did it."
There's only one perfect arc. It's not like the formula got tired already. Like you can't be like, but we got to do something, like different from the perfect arc formula.
We just had time splitters. And even that barely had. There's two of those, so it's not constantly. I guess was there 3 eventually?
There's 3.
The team. I just looked it up.
There's 3 or 4.
I just looked it up, and in the interview that just went out live on Xbox.com, the team describes it as an immersive sim.
Ooh.
It's an im sim. That's exciting.
Okay. They're beautiful people for falling on their sword and making the genre that always leads us to studio closure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Crystal Dynamics getting closed after making a critically acclaimed, incredible immersive
after
sim.
Decades of making Tomb Raider and whatnot, they make one immersive sim and immediately they're gone, just like everyone else who makes an immersive sim.
Yeah, and yes, it announces here that you can use the different gadgets. I mean, take it all with a grain of salt, marketing wise.
Because every game claims to be full of freedom and crazy choices.
Yeah, full of freedom. But it does say like there are alternate pass-through levels. You can do different things. You can use the gadgets for different things. That this trailer basically is just showing, like, obviously cinematically, like this is one way through this mission. But apparently, yeah, it's an im-sim, so it's going to be like Prey. That's cool. Hopefully it's as good as Prey.
Yeah, because they're gone.
All right.
Everyone you love dies. That's the moral of this C3.
Okay. Well,
See
I'm glad we got
time. Happy. Fuck. Oh, I forgot.
What?
Happy 100th episode.
Oh, this was the 100th episode.
I forgot about until just now that it's the 100th episode. We just did a trailer showcase for the episode.
Well, you know what? It's fitting because the last 4 trailers we watched are just games we've already seen before. They're just either DLC or a sequel or a remake. Just that's it. Another 100 episodes ago, we'll see another Fable 2 and Life is Strange 3.
Game developers at home, whenever you're in a meeting and the trailer is being worked on and somebody drags the fucking "Where Is My Mind" track onto the editing bay, just think of me.
And hit them.
Just think of me. You could avert this disaster. Bye.
Goodbye.